Yeah, boy.
What's up?
These
What
people
is up?
are getting mad, boy. People getting
Well,
mad because
where they getting people?
I
Why
don't know. I
are people
told them
getting
we'd be
mad?
on at 4:45 our time,
Oh.
and we run a little bit late. But it always
Yeah.
happens. People gotta be
That's-
patient.
That's what being alive is all about. You just never know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Well, that's it. Yeah, exactly. We like to fool people, keep them on their toes,
Yeah.
And look, you got to realize that this podcast is being done by a black man and a Mexican robot, so
That's
you
right.
gotta be on our time.
Half Mexican, half Japanese robot.
Oh,
Don't
excuse
forget
me.
about my Japanese side. Everybody wants to forget about Obama's black side.
I heard his ass is black. That's what I used to call him, Black Ass Obama, President Black Ass.
Yeah.
If I was president, that's what I want to be called.
Yeah, President Black Ass.
President Black Ass. So when somebody said like I said, kids, my presidential black ass.
Blackie for short.
Exactly. Yeah, man. It's hot, people. Hot here in Texas now. So
It's fucking hot. Well, you know what? No, I take that back. A couple of days ago, it was actually fucking winter.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, it got cold,
It
right?
got
'Cause
fucking cold, yeah.
I gotta, people forgive us for having the air conditioner on right now. We gotta run. Whoa, what is that?
Now you got the echo.
Echo
Because you took
coming
off your headphones. I think
Oh,
it's creating
yeah.
feedback.
Hold on, people. Hold on. All right, get rid of
All right,
that
there you go.
feedback right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man, we got the air conditioner on because it's warm up in this bitch.
Today it's finally, summer kicked back into full swing as
Yeah.
opposed to the last 2 days of winter we had.
Boy, it got cold, man.
It got fucking cold.
What happened now for like a
Mhm.
day and a half?
Yeah.
Winter came in. Like
Mhm.
I woke up and my balls were shriveled. I was like,
Dude,
that's
I
not
know.
the time of year for that.
Yeah, I know.
The hell is going on
Had
here?
ice cubes fucking hanging down my fucking head. I wonder what the hell. Did Corey leave the freezer open again? What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Trying to air condition the whole goddamn house.
When I got up, I was like, goddamn, did Taco Bell Lugosi cut their air conditioner up high again? Living undead motherfucker.
know.
And then I realized, oh, wait a minute, he's not here. I was like,
kn-
what's
yeah, I
so cold
know.
up in this
That
bitch,
still,
man?
That still hasn't set in that he's not actually here, but
Isn't that something?
it is fucking crazy. Yeah,
I got sad
I
when I
don't like
woke
it.
up.
I said because I always see his room over there, that door closed, and it's funny because I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like pulled up carpet or something, but it always looks like blood red stains on the floor over there. So I always get the idea that he's over there spilling fucking Taco Bell sauce on the goddamn floor over there.
Yeah,
And he's
people,
still-
if you
he's still
haven't
walking
kept
around.
up with current events here, if you haven't kept up with the soap opera that's spill.com,
Yeah.
Taco Bell Lugosi, our friend, our mascot, our brother here on Let's Do This. A lot of people did a lot of artwork with him.
Mhm.
A lot of people know that he's legendary. He finally up and left us.
Yes, he did.
And I'm not even joking. Like, we're making jokes about him, but I look at that door closed too, and at night I'll hear a bump, and instead of getting scared, I'm thinking like, oh, that's just Taco Bell Lugosi, and I look over like, oh wait a minute, he's gone.
I know. I didn't even get to see. I didn't even get to see him or say goodbye to him, which sucks because. I mean, I can only imagine flying away and going, goodbye, good day, Alvito you. Goodbye.
Yes, he gave us one last. Yeah, he gave us one last good evening, and he was gone.
I have a feeling he'll be back though, so don't worry.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
'Cause I've gotten used to him being gone. I miss him, but I want that room now.
He'll be back.
I'm trying to straighten out that room so that we can use that for recording.
Uh-huh.
So we don't have to be so hot anymore. You know, well,
That would be cool. No,
well,
that
actually,
would
we
be
can leave
cool,
the air
yeah.
conditioner on. It's just that
Yeah.
you don't have to hear it blasting through as loud as you do.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not going to sound like the Millennium Falcon when we crank that shit on. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm sure if anybody can hear it right now, they probably say something. But
It's not that
it's
bad,
not that
but
bad, yeah.
I can hear it, and I know if any other people who are in audio would listen to the podcast, they can hear it, and I would rather have
fuck
a
those
clean,
picky bastards.
Oh, come on now.
Scrutinizing
Gotta
audio
be
like
prepared,
crazy.
Got to be prepared and professional.
Oh.
I do not like it. It is a hiss, and I don't like it. And it's and
I
it's a
never.
hiss.
I can't hear it because I'm not wearing headphones. But
Yeah.
I trust you. I understand. So.
Look at Metal Virgin talking about. I can hear it. Sounds like bullshit.
Oh,
You're
damn,
fired.
Talking
Goddamn,
shit
talking
already.
that shit.
Damn.
Yeah, but I Yeah, I do miss that dude. And the other day it was cold, and I thought like he cut the air conditioner on high again, and it wasn't him. And it was cold outside. I thought we were gonna get off scot free, man. Thought we were gonna have a few days where we could actually record without that fucking air conditioner on. Because Mother Nature came in and just said, y'all had about 2 weeks of winter. That ain't enough.
I know shit.
I owe y'all a little bit more. And
I actually loved it, man. I fucking loved the shit out of it. I went outside. I fucking roamed around. I think that's the first time I went outside in a long time, only because the heat here gets so intense. You don't want anything to do with it, honestly.
Well, that's why Taco Bell Lugosi left.
Yeah.
Did you notice that sometimes he would that fool would come in and he would look like, first of all, he would look angry, and his hair, did you notice his hair was always like roughed up?
Yeah,
like he looked like he just got beat up and lost the fight. And because he was always sweating and breathing hard when he came in.
He's sweating Taco Bell sauce.
Sweating that sauce. It's like you thought he was sweating blood. Like you know that scene in Let Me In, or Let the Right One In, when you invited the vampire in and the blood start coming out of her pores and shit. That's what it looked like. People, if you invite Taco Bell Lugosi into your house, he will come in. But if he steps in without your invitation, he will drip taco sauce all over your floor. He will just start bleeding taco sauce from the eyes.
He will bleed Taco Bell fire sauce, his favorite.
Fire sauce from his ears, his eyes, his nostrils, his fucking pores.
And the only way to stop it is to give him actual Taco Bell.
Yeah. Now, if you got a taco and you forgot the sauce, pull him in without inviting him. You can soak up some of that sauce that's dripping off of him.
Grab his head dispenser. You sauce up that taco real nice for you.
Yeah, bring him in uninvited. Get some free taco sauce. Put him back out. But those two, man, it's May. It's May, and it was fucking cold. It was warmer in New York than it was here for a couple of days.
The first thing I thought was like, oh shit, it's what, the day after tomorrow is happening. God
That's
knows.
That's what I was thinking too.
Because God knows, I was like, because it was interesting because I was watching the day before it got super cold. I was watching video on YouTube of the Tallahassee fucking tornado that fucking ripped through there, which was fucking scary and devastating as hell. Because if you go to YouTube, you can find all kinds of storm chaser videos, which is interesting, but also fucking insane. The insanity that fucking these people get their heads in when they're like chasing after these tornadoes. I mean, I saw some clips of guys like fucking driving their cars while this thing is like going through, and this thing was like about, I think they said it was over a mile long. A mile wide.
That's what somebody told me, that it was, I guess, at its peak, at its top, it was over a mile wide. I'm like, a fucking mile?
Yeah, and it was, some of that shit was scary because you see like strip malls. There was one video I saw where there was like a strip mall, and there's this guy holding his camera, and this guy is like fucking, like he you talk about hearing somebody in total fear of what's going on. This guy was holding a camera, but scared shitless at the same time. And I'm just thinking, what is fucking wrong with you? Why do you feel like you need to document it if you're about to shit your pants, dude?
I like this, though, that he's holding the camera.
Yeah.
And like,
I know.
But he's still holding the camera and pointing. This is amazing. Incredible.
I know.
This will do so much for research.
And he's just like there with the camera going, and then you see this tornado ripping through this mall. Like first you see the strip mall, and then you start to see the lights flicker on and off. It was better than watching a movie. It's like, holy fuck, you really feel like you're there, and you're just trying to imagine the devastation because you see cars hauling ass, trying to get the fuck out of the way.
Those cars were hauling ass so fast, there weren't even people in those cars.
Yeah,
those cars were running themselves. Like, fuck this. I don't need nobody driving me. I'm out.
Those fucking Autobots got scared, dude. I saw Bumblebee.
Autobots, get the fuck out. Would you jump out your fuck that Transformers shit. Let's go, man. Come
Bumblebee
on.
was screaming his fucking ass off. Yeah.
That was Optimus Prime. Autobots.
Roll the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. God damn it. So crazy.
It was fucking insane, man. And I can't imagine. I mean, the devastation is fucking crazy looking. So I mean, my fucking my heart, my non-existent heart goes out to those people that survived that crazy shit.
I heard stories about survivors. One woman said that tornado came in. I'm not trying to make a joke because it's going to sound like I'm personifying the tornado a little more than I should. I'm not trying to like do that. But the woman made it sound like the tornado came in, grabbed her child, who was like, I don't know, about 5 or something like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Was it a black kid came walking back?
Was it a black? Yeah, the black family. Yeah, the kid was about. I want to say the kid was 9 years old. Yeah, the dad. It was a family. It was 2 kids. It involved 3 kids, and the youngest got swept away. And it was like within the blink of an eye, like they heard something that sounded like a train coming by their house, and before they knew it, the roof ripped open. Sucked everything inside. The family jumped on their kids, at least the ones that were around. And the little boy was running to the parents while it was happening. And he got sucked up. The dad was just like screaming, trying to grab onto him. Was too late.
Yeah.
And then like moments later, the kid basically came walking distraught towards the family, and they were just like, "Oh my God!" But they sent him to the hospital, and he was fine with it, with the exception of some scrapes and bruises.
Yeah,
but that's fucking insane.
Hey,
dude.
they better check that kid.
Wow.
They better check that kid. Make sure they didn't get a munchkin from Oz.
or a fucking X-Men.
Yeah.
Just like, wow.
Shit, y'all don't know.
I would be so fucking like amazed. Like,
kid walked back from a tornado. Yeah. You don't know what that kid might be possessed.
I know.
Better get that kid an exorcist.
Well, I would like to associate more with being like a Superman or something, because I was like, holy shit.
You can see
that
fucking, kid walking down the road.
Badass, son.
I know. That kid walking down the road. Man,
it's Hancock.
Yes, Hancock.
All drunk.
Yeah, kid's got a bottle in his hand.
Yeah, he wasn't distraught. He was just drunk.
He got a bottle of Jack in his hand. Well, fuck y'all looking at.
Yeah,
it's a tornado, big deal.
But I cannot imagine like what was going on in that family's head, like seeing it, just seeing that happen.
They're talking about
crazy.
Getting my fucking kid back is probably the thing. Hey, you want to know what's so scary about a tornado?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've heard that some people who were. Have you heard stories about a tornado touching down in an area and people have gone missing, never to be found again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would you like to take a guess at what happened to those people? You probably know.
Probably got thrown so far away and like, I don't know, fell into God knows what.
See, I thought you were going to say they were taking the Oz.
Taking
I was like, no.
Oh, we're talking about Fantasy World.
No, yeah, that's what happened.
Okay,
they followed the Yellow Brick Road.
I can only wish,
Munchkin Land.
I can only wish, because I just don't want to imagine what it would be like to be a body in that, like being sucked up and with all that fucking debris going around. It must
would
be
you like to know? Speaking of debris,
okay,
you saying you don't want to know?
Mm-hmm.
You probably really don't want to know now.
Mm-hmm.
They say that when you caught up in a tornado. Now I've heard this theory. I don't know if it's a theory. It might be true. I haven't looked up anything to see if this is true.
Mm-hmm.
But I was told by a couple of people that the possibility of people never being found again is because there's nothing left of those people.
Yeah.
Between the wind power, how fast that's moving, the miles per hour is moving, the debris that's in there.
Yeah.
Those people were decimated.
Oh yeah.
Evaporated. Torn apart into bits so much that there's nothing left.
Before you said that, all I thought about was like, you know what? It's probably the same thing as being like stuck in a garbage disposal. I mean, you're just completely cut up, and you're gone.
You're gone.
Yeah. But thanks for putting that thought in my head.
Hey, now don't you wish I had left it at Oz? That would have been so much better.
No, I figured that much because I never really thought about it. As far as like what would happen to a body in that situation. But I mean, if you just think about what's actually in there.
Imagine putting a frog in a blender.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, look at when you look at video of people going through all that wreckage on the ground. A lot of it, especially the locations that those things usually hit, I saw nothing but sheet metal, splintered wood, fucking wrecked cars. I can't imagine anybody wanting. I mean, I can't imagine anything surviving that.
No,
especially getting caught up in something like that.
If you're caught up in there, I mean, if the debris doesn't get you, just the turbulence of the wind is going to rip you apart. I mean, I
imagine it sucks the oxygen out of you when being caught up in that. Yeah, so you die. Damn. I think you die instantaneously. At least that's what I hear.
Damn.
When you get really sucked up in there and you manage to make it.
Coles, you fucking with my mode now. I was happy. Now I'm scared.
That's life, buddy. That is fucking Mother Nature for your ass.
And I used to be scared of tornadoes when I was a kid, but listening to how people possibly meet their demise if they're being sucked up by a tornado, that just adds a whole new ominous feeling when I see that footage on TV. Well, like they need to put sound effects in there with that tornado talking about
yeah, you don't need it, man. Just fucking listening to that shit is like it seeing one in person, you'll never get the experience by watching it on like YouTube. Which if you go to YouTube, you'll find.
Yeah.
God, I wish I had like the link. I saw a video where this guy and this girl were videotaping this tornado ripping through, and there's a moment where the tornado's coming towards him, right?
Yeah.
The guy puts his truck in reverse and tells the girl he's with, keep fucking filming, keep filming. Whatever you do not stop, do not get scared, just keep filming it. And it's coming right towards him. The guy is hauling ass in his truck in reverse. All of a sudden, strangely enough, the tornado stops, and it's in one place, and it's fucking huge. The guy stops his truck. He's looking at it. He's like, oh, my God, this is amazing. It just stopped. And before you know it, you hear the door open, and you see him with a camera running his fucking ass, like he has a camera in his arm, runs, hauls ass straight towards the tornado, and he keeps running and keeps running. You think, dude, you need to stop. He fucking keeps going and going, and you just think, and then the video stops, where you're like, okay, what the fuck happened to that dude? But then it comes back on, and basically he's there with the camera filming this thing, and he's like, if your heart isn't pounding, then you're not alive. And that's the last of it.
And you know what? Your heart's about to stop pounding.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the motherfucker that gets footage inside the tornado is the dude that is my hero.
Yeah.
That guy,
he's a hero and he's an idiot.
He's an idiot at the same time. He'd be more of a hero if he walks away.
Yeah.
You know, I will never do it. In fact, if I was a storm chaser, every piece of footage I got would be that tornado getting smaller.
Oh, yeah.
It was like it would be me going the opposite way. Oh fuck me! Those people
Jesus.
who's like, because a lot of people lost a lot in Alabama and
They're
all
still
the
looking
surrounding
for
areas.
bodies. Yeah.
And good luck finding
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
And I mean that too. I mean, I pray to God that those people didn't go through what we just mentioned, because that's some crazy shit.
Yeah,
So.
I hope somebody. I mean, yeah, just one or two people, getting found is great. But yeah, it's a sad story. But,
Yeah.
But there's a lot of crazy shit going on.
Man, there's a lot of crazy shit going on at once. There's a tornado of news happening.
Yeah, I know. It's too much.
I mean, people, we're going to talk about a lot of things here. We're going to talk about, now it depends on if we have time, because I got to get out of here around the 6:30 time, possibly 7 at the most. But I don't know what we're going to do, because there's a lot of things. Superman.
Yep.
Talking about leaving America.
He's renouncing his American citizen. Yeah, he's renounced his American citizenship.
Was he going to go back to Krypton?
We'll find out.
We'll see.
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about this Django script that Tarantino's doing.
Yeah, I keep hearing about it. I heard it was. Yeah, well, I heard a story about it.
Somebody stole it.
Yeah. Well, I heard that yesterday. It was stolen. So,
yeah.
But
so we're gonna talk about this Django script. If everybody's like, Django, what is this? That's a western. But it is a western. It's gonna be another western from Tarantino, but it's not gonna be a remake of the Django you know about. Of course, he's got a different take. Of course,
just like anybody who saw Inglourious Bastards. It had absolutely nothing to do
with the original. In fact, he spelled that shit wrong. I'm convinced that he spelled that shit wrong, and it was already floating around on his script, and he just said, "Oh, I did that on purpose."
Yeah,
a literate motherfucker. No, you didn't.
I'm a genius like that.
Yeah.
I do what I want. I'm Tarantino.
What I do. I gave it a revisionist spelling.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking about this. I'm gonna talk about this dude that got shot the other day.
Yeah, bad dude.
Yeah, is he? Because I don't know. I never.
Is he?
Never heard of this guy, man. What's his name?
Ben Trodden.
Ben Laden. Ben Laden.
Ben Luden.
Ben looting. Heard they shot the president, man.
Yeah.
They shot Obama. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard that too.
That's funny. I must be seeing old footage, because I heard Obama been shot.
I know. I think he's pulling a goddamn. What's his name? Why did I just forget his fucking name?
Yeah, who are you, Elvis? Tupac?
Tupac,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I heard, it's crazy, because I heard 6 SEALs came in from, I don't know, from Escape from SeaWorld or something. They came in and shot Obama.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy, man. Of course, we're talking about Osama bin Laden being shot. We're going to weigh in on that, too. But here's the challenge that I want to do here. There's been so much, I don't know, politicizing of this. Heated political discussion. Some polarizing, politicizing. I like that.
Yeah.
Polarizing,
it's nice.
Politicizing.
I like how you
going on.
strung that together.
Yeah. I'm a gentleman rhymer here. But that's been going on. That I would like to do this, and it's going to be hard. And I know people are going to wonder if we can do this. Now, I just want to kind of, if you can, because there's a lot of tragedy that went on surrounding this, of course. But I would just like to come in and just not make it so heated. I would like to come in and just kind of, make people laugh with it. And I'm not doing this in response to people saying we shouldn't talk about anything serious. It's just that I went in and I've had to go and squash 2 different arguments from people that started to get out of hand on some of these comment sections. And I was just like, this is the time when not only America but the world should kind of be happy.
You think so?
Yeah.
You would think so. I mean, really.
I would hope so. So and I know people are saying, well, it is kind of tragic. I mean, we still killed a human being. People who died during 9/11 are not going to be brought back. We'll talk about all that, but I don't really want to come in and start saying Bush did this and Obama did this. Republicans eat shit and Democrats all go.
There are plenty of opinions like that on other websites, and they will not stop anytime soon.
Yeah, and I just want to try to offer something different. And I know you and I got different opinions on things. I like to keep that between you and I and talk about those things between you and I.
Right.
And even then, our discussions don't get out of hand. They never end with "fuck you,"
No, I never leave here and go, Cyrus, come here.
Yeah.
Corey don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
No, we're going to keep it simple.
You agree with me or do you disagree? You better agree, motherfucker.
You stupid motherfucker, you.
Yeah. You're going to get your medicine sooner than later.
Dog, you don't know nothing. Nah, man. I would even try to see if we could keep it kind of lighthearted and funny in a way. I mean, I'm sure we can. I've seen some things about this, but we'll get into that kind of close to the end of our discussion.
We'll
here,
see
so
what
that
happens.
People can hear what we got to say. Before we get into any of that, before we even get into the battle cry here, because I know y'all are waiting on that.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't even pull up the music yet. I know y'all want to hear this shit.
Oh yeah.
I know y'all want to hear this.
Got to get our theme music going.
Gotta get our Superman got his theme song. We got ours.
Superman, boy.
What did I
Gotta love that Superman theme song.
We should have our own hero theme.
I thought that was our hero theme. Get to the chopper.
One that we possibly won't get sued over.
Oh, yeah. That is a good point. I mean, we've been playing that goddamn thing for so long. I was like, I'm just waiting for the day when we get a phone call, but it hasn't happened. Maybe those guys are a fan, but that doesn't mean the audience should go and find out. Don't go right into them going. Hey,
don't go email them. Hey man.
Yeah. Spill.com. Let's do this. They're using your badass song. You should be honored.
Yeah. Austrian Death Machine. Don't go email them like, hey man, check out these guys. Hey, I heard you wrote this song for these guys.
Oh shit! Yeah, you shut your goddamn mouth up.
Let's see. All right. Oh. Let me see. I got it right here. Just reading something somebody gave me.
I was about to say, guess what's shooting in a few weeks?
What's shooting in a few weeks? What, like a movie?
Yeah, you could say that. TV series.
Oh,
that we both love.
Oh, Walking Dead.
Yes, sir.
It start, man. You know what? I don't even want to think about that shit right now because they're not going to be bringing out the new ones until 2012.
I know.
And but I'm just like, that's too fucking long, man.
I found out this weekend. I went to the Texas Frightmare Convention, which is a horror convention here in Texas.
Oh, how was that?
That was it was cool. They had all your favorite heroes there of the horror world. Robert Englund.
Freddy?
Yeah, they had Doug Bradley, the guy who played Pinhead. Malcolm McDowell was there. Just the tall man from Phantasm. All those motherfuckers.
I thought that dude was dead.
I met the doctor from Human Centipede. That crazy motherfucker.
Oh, that's
he grabbed me and threw me around. But
did he? What's that dude like, man?
He's fucking. He was decked out in his doctor's uniform. I mean, they had him. He was in character. So I don't know if they're actually shooting. I think they're probably shooting the movie right now. I wouldn't be surprised. They're shooting a sequel to it, but he was decked out in his uniform. It was bad. It was a lot. I love going to those conventions because they're just so much fucking fun. If you're like a hardcore horror fan, you'll have the best time going to that shit.
Man,
so. But I talked to the guy from the guy from Boondock Saints. They had both the guys. I keep forgetting the fucking guy's name.
But the dude, the guy that's in Walking Dead is there.
Yeah. The guy who's in Boondock Saints. I talked to him and. I just asked him, hey, when are you guys getting ready to shoot? And he's like,
Oh, here
I'm
the
going
name.
back.
Sean Patrick Flannery is one of them.
Mhm.
And who's the other guy?
The other guy. Yeah, that's,
Somebody give me the name of the other guy. Sean Patrick Flannery. And who's the other Boondock Saint?
yeah, I keep forgetting that motherfucker's name, but he was a really nice guy. But he said,
Isn't that guy's name Agnes something?
if you said his last name, I would.
God damn, somebody got to know that guy's name. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Everybody's sending me the name now.
What's his name?
Oh, fuck. Nomi Reedus?
Yes.
Or Norman Reedus? Or
Norman Reedus, yeah.
Antoine Dodson.
Yeah. Norman Reedus. I don't know why I can't remember that fucker's name, but
Yeah.
I talked to him. He's a real nice guy. Fucking, he's taller in person than I'd ever
Than
thought.
you thought, yeah.
Yeah. But he said he's gonna they're gonna go shoot in 3 weeks.
Man, what?
Yeah.
You know, Malcolm McDowell would do anything
You know what?
for a dollar.
And it's interesting because I've seen him twice here in Texas. Him and Robert England. Yeah, I'm just thinking, why does that guy need? Because he's still working. I mean,
He's still working.
He's
He got
still working.
money.
He's still, he does. He's still.
What the
Every
fuck
once
is
in a while,
going on with
he'll
him?
do some high profile, but he's cool as shit though. I mean, he hangs out, talks to the fans, he takes pictures with you. Where there was a few people there that weren't taking pictures that nobody would go to because of the fact that they
Oh
weren't
man, I
taking
feel so
pictures.
bad for those people.
Yeah.
Like, who are the people
Mhm.
are at these hard conventions and some of your more lower end, well, even your high end conventions?
Yeah.
You always have those tables
Yeah.
of somebody who was in that one thing,
Yeah.
and ain't no one going to that table.
Yeah, I know.
And they just looking every time you see
Yeah.
them, they got eyes like.
Well, it's because they're charging fucking $25 to $30 for an autograph, and you can't get a picture with them. So everyone's like, well, if I can't get a picture, because everyone else is getting pictures for free, you know?
Exactly.
So it's like, you know, if you think you're that cool, you're that high profile, then have fun over there at your table by yourself.
You know who I'm talking about too.
Uh-huh.
When I say that one person who's always at these conventions at that table, charging you way too fucking much for a picture. You know who I'm talking
Wait,
about.
who are you talking
Come
about?
on now.
I'm trying to think.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah?
I'll give you a hint. You
Okay.
ready?
Yeah. Oh, Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno.
That motherfucker I think he's just hungry all the time. Every time I've seen him, I've only go,
Pee Wee Herman.
when is lunch? when is lunch? I guess that's how I always do Arnold Schwarzenegger when I do that guy's voice.
Whenever I do Lou Ferrigno, for some reason I always do Pee Wee
Pee-wee
Herman. And you do Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Hungry.
'Cause he-
Well,
yeah,
time is lunch.
But he does kind of talk like that. No, you want to take my picture.
Yeah.
Take my picture, I'll fuck you.
Oh my god, that guy's fucking entire hand though, like covered my entire head. How do you do, robot?
Hello, robot. I'll fuck you till you love me.
Yeah, no.
Pay for this picture.
But you're right. You're right. He's like he never looks happy at those fucking conventions.
'Cause ain't
ever.
nobody fucking asking
Ever.
for his
Yeah,
picture, man.
nobody's-
Wait.
I mean, yeah.
I'm convinced that he pulled. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
People aren't paying for those pictures. He forces people to take pictures and then takes money from their wallet.
Yeah.
You just passing by, all of a sudden he grabs you.
Give me.
Come here.
Yeah.
You're gonna take a picture with me.
Get over here.
Give me your wallet.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Take
Get the
picture
fuck out of
with
here.
Original Hulk.
I'm Bendy. Get out of here.
Classic Hulk.
You're blocking my table.
Yeah. You're blocking my Dad, he's blocking my table. I cannot sell these autograph pictures, these highly laminated pictures of myself.
He just
Charging
needs to have-
$30, $45 for a nice Hulk poster.
No, you want it.
It's all nice.
Yeah, that fool. Man,
Yeah.
but, you always got that table, that woman who was like, showed her tits one time in that B horror movie, and now she's asking for $25 a picture.
Yeah.
And even if she was to take a picture, like those kind of girls, I'm like, I don't even want you in the picture, lady. I want to take a picture with you and your tits. All right,
Yeah.
I want my head between your tits in a photo, okay? But
Yeah.
even then, it's like your tits ain't what they used to be.
No.
To take a picture with your tits right now would be me having to lie on the floor next to your feet.
I'll tell you whose tits didn't disappoint. I went to a horror convention one time, and I actually got to meet one of my
Oh, you talking about
all-time
the chick
favorite
from Return
heroes.
of the Living Dead?
No. I'm talking about Elvira.
Oh,
Mistress of the Dark.
Elvira! Oh,
When I saw her in person for the first time, oh man, I got to take a picture with her where
Excuse
my head was right next to them titties.
Oh my God.
And oh my God, I had to look over. I tried to be professional as possible. But I had to look over and go, wow, because I mean, wow, they were
Mistress of the tits.
Yes, they were
Hey,
defying
keep talking
gravity.
about that tits. I'm gonna go masturbate.
And
real quick.
they were
No,
fucking.
actually, I'm gonna go check on the burritos.
Okay, and they were beautiful. Yeah, right now me and Corey are cooking up some burritos. Yeah, we're celebrating the May the 4th be with you. Get it? May the 4th be with you because today is May 4th. Get it? Yeah, it's funny I can remember that and not 420 when we actually did a show. And I was like, I forgot to mention it's 420. We didn't get to spark it up like we usually do. Damn it. It's because we're giving up on drugs and alcohol because they have ruined our lives. Yeah, the marijuana day, Dad.
I think I'm fucking these burritos up right now.
Yeah, I think they've been in there for a while.
Well, they take an hour to cook.
Oh, do they? Because I thought I heard the timer go off like about 10 minutes ago. I was actually worried they were gonna burn.
Those bitches are kind of crispy right now. I don't know. I think I'm fucking these burritos up.
Man, but that was that was a day of days hanging out with.
Oh, somebody
Elvira's
says Gizmo Rider said make me a burrito too. Okay, we're gonna pop one on for him real quick. Gizmo Rider. Does that mean like you ride the Gremlin Gizmo? Does that mean you fucking
I have
Gizmo?
no fucking
No,
idea.
man.
Yeah.
Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Boy,
she looked fucking great, dude. I mean, I was shocked and amazed.
I really did used to have deposits in my spank bank of her, man. She used to turn me on so bad as a kid.
Oh, dude, that's the first. That was the first time I ever noticed breast and realized how insanely in love I was with not only breast but her. Only because her sense of humor, just talking shit about movies. It actually like
she talked about movies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was looking at her tits. I never heard anything she said.
Her horrible jokes, but which inspired me to do what I'm doing today. Her and Count Floyd actually were like big inspirations to me.
And you want to fuck Count Floyd too, didn't you?
Yeah. No, I just want Count Floyd to watch while I'm banging Elvira. That's all. So he can comment as, ooh, that's scary.
That's sexy.
Close your eyes, kids.
That's sexy.
There's some humping and a bumping going on here tonight.
Turn around, Count Floyd ain't got no pants on. Penis talking about
we're eating popcorn and wearing his 3D glasses.
3D glasses, yeah. Man,
Elvira. Scary.
Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, go to town. Go to town. Man, I used to think of her as sort of like a hot crypt keeper.
Yeah. Oh no, that's what she was. Yeah.
I was, you know what? If Elvira asked me to have sex with her, I would be so scared to do it because I feel like right when I'm about to like have an orgasm, I'd open my eyes and look down, and it would be the crypt keeper's head on that butt, and it'd be like,
fooled you, Corey.
But you know, yeah.
Looks like you got some head.
What's wrong? Beauty's only skin deep. You know what? I keep fucking. He be trying to get me off of him. Wait a minute, this hand is supposed to work out. No! I laughed her into a scream.
Yeah.
Shit.
Tails.
Tails. That's what I tell him. Tails from the dick. Boy.
Nice.
You know what, man? I finally got this. Got our theme up.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah, we're ready. Can people still hear us out there? Because if you're ready, we're ready to let this thing happen. Yeah, we want to hear you scream.
You owe us a scream.
All right, let me go ahead and get prepped up right here. All right, got our vocals clear because we're about to get this thing going, boy. The bullshit train is ready, man.
Bullshit train is pulling in.
Bullshit train is ready to go, boy. It's pulled up right there.
That's right.
We didn't give as much bullshit as we could have in the past, but it's just enough. It's just enough to have it steaming and ready.
That's right. The speed of sound, the speed of bullshit.
So, hey, man, you know what? I told you, we only got a little bit of time left, so
we
got to be ready now.
We got to hurry up. Let's go. Let's get up on
are
the
you
board.
ready?
I'm ready. I'm born ready. Created ready.
People, are y'all ready out there?
Fuck yeah.
All people, look at that. Cuban Knight talking about I'm ready.
Yeah.
Maestro Monstrous talking about they're ready. Look at all these people talking about they're ready. Yes, they're ready.
Get your goddamn ticket and get on the goddamn train already. Come on.
Get on. Yeah, come on.
Come on. We got time for this shit.
Let's go.
All right. You ready? I'm ready. We're all ready.
Yeah. Wait, what the hell is this?
motherfucker.
What the Elvira? Elvira walked up here.
What?
Boy,
Elvira?
Oh, what's that goat head doing on Elvira?
about to say, it's like, yeah.
Goats, where you get cleavage like that? Look at him, little black dress.
Yeah, I thought Elvira had some like really serious, badly hammer toes for a girl. I was like, what is look like hooks.
Yeah, those goats. I gotta admit, you looking hot today. You might not want to come around me like that.
Go to you get in the caboose with Corey. All right,
yeah, come on with me. I might have to like act out my Elvira fantasies on you.
You got to pay the piper,
Look,
man.
Goats trying to run now. Now, come here now. Come on, you gotta drive this train. Come on now.
There's consequences to your actions.
Look, he taking that dress off now. He's like, maybe this wasn't a good idea.
Real quick, like Superman. Look at that.
All right. Ghost is going to join me in the caboose, so he's
All
ready.
right. Yeah, you're ready. We're all ready. We're ready.
Well, people, wait a minute.
The people ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah. Let's do this!
Yes! God damn it, people!
Yeah! Who? Everybody get crazy! Ow! Damn.
Woo, I won myself out on that one.
Whoa.
Oh,
Watch out,
shit.
boy.
These people going crazy right now. Look at them.
Got her making our own tornado of bullshit over here.
Hey, we better make sure we didn't pull nobody in the middle of that. Tear them apart. That
Poor
whirlwind
Goatsy.
of insanity we had going on there. Oh, my God.
Goatsy got sucked up in that shit.
Woo, I broke out a sweat on that one, man. God damn, let me wipe my brow right here.
Oh, look, there's Goatsy right now. He's just walking away from it, covered in shit. Damn.
Somebody talk about do it again. No, sorry, the train's already going. If you missed it.
This is a one trip, buddy.
Yeah, train don't stop.
One way.
Train don't stop for nobody. Gotta catch that train. Gotta catch
right.
that poo-poo train. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, man, I gotta tell people about Spill.com.
Oh, yeah, tell him.
It's coming up soon.
Yeah.
That's what
In case you didn't know.
I'm working with some booking people, man, right now. And it's actually working out well to where it's taking a big risk factor off of me. I'll tell you that much. But
okay.
So we tell you we have some music already lined up. We got some DJs lined up, and I have what's the name? Karaoke Apocalypse. And where I'm thinking about, I might have Kool Keith performing.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow. If you get that dude.
Yeah.
Are you sure he's gonna perform more than 5 minutes?
That's what I was scared of. And it wasn't even me that said we needed to get him. It was I'm working with a booking agent.
Be careful with that shit. As much as I love Kool Keith and as awesome as it would be to have him here, I like him here a little bit more than 5 minutes, especially depending on how much we're gonna pay that motherfucker.
That's what I was saying, man.
Yeah.
I said,
I mean, who the fuck are we? If he can't stay 5 minutes at a normal gig, I mean,
yeah, that fool came in and played 45 minutes and walked off stage, and it was at the end of the night.
Yeah.
We were there for 3 hours.
We were there just to see his ass. Yeah.
Yeah, we
don't forget Kool Keith.
Yeah. No, we would.
But it would be fucking awesome to have him here.
Well, it would be him. It would be him with. Let's see. It would be him with this band. Ultramagnetic MCs. So it'd be Kool Keith coming out doing some of his stuff, and the Ultramagnetic MCs would come out. I'm wondering if I should feel comfortable about this or not, and I do. I think I myself I love Kool Keith, and like I said, we got different kinds of music playing for the whole weekend this year.
Yeah.
So Kool Keith, we got Karaoke Apocalypse doing some of the hard rock stuff. I got some DJs playing some mid-level stuff, and then I got Kool Keith bringing in the hip-hop stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just want to get what people think about that.
Yeah.
Somebody said get MC Chris.
You know what? MC Chris would be perfect.
MC Chris would be perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that motherfucker's in town like all the time. He's always playing here.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So yeah, but right now they're telling me to get. Somebody said MC Hammer.
Yeah, MC Hammer.
We can get him for about $2 right now.
Yeah. Oh, just by the way, for people who don't know who Kool Keith is, look up Dr. Octagon. What's Black Elvis?
Black Elvis, Dr. Octagon.
Yeah.
Look up Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom.
With 4 O's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people think that getting Dr. Octagon or Kool Keith is cool. Then we'll probably go ahead and go on with that.
That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, Kool Keith is also on NASA. Have you ever heard of the NASA album?
No.
I got to get that too. You'd love it.
Is it good? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I just want to know what people think about that.
All right.
So yeah,
It's out there.
Yeah, yeah. But even outside of the music, I have to. Now we got to mention this in every podcast because time is nigh.
Yeah.
We got about 8 weeks before the big weekend comes, 7 or 8 weeks. And I've already told people we sold over 100 tickets now.
Right.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's great.
So far. Yeah, it's a good crowd there. So people, the big weekend is June 23rd through the 27th. We got 3 nights of big parties happening. We got the Spill.com Film Festival. I'm going to put up the video for that soon. Start making your films, people. We had a good turnout with films last year.
Fuck yeah, we did.
And people, I think some people have already started making their films. They just don't know where to send them.
I think so too.
So I'm going to put that up very soon. If not by the end of this week, by Monday. So don't wait for us. Go ahead and start working on your films. Get those things going. The film festival was a lot of fun last year.
It was.
Yeah, have your film shown at the Alamo Draft House. And have it shown in front of a crowd, so it'll be a lot of fun. I hope people can make it. And on top of that, we're going to have a day of live podcast, probably about an hour for each podcast. All going to be at the place where they have the Staple.
Staple? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we're going to have
That'd
that
be cool.
place for about 5 hours that day, 5 or 6 hours, and we're just going to keep doing. We're going to have a panel of artists who come in from different things, from animation, from movies, from illustration, all that kind of stuff, and then we're going to be doing our live podcast that day. So you're going to have a live Let's Do This, a live Leog, and you're going to have a live a couple of cold ones. And you'll even have, right now, I think we're even going to have a live loading bar.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, parties every night. Got our live podcast all day on Sunday. Got the film festival on Saturday. And I think we have, you won't reflect too well on the site how many volunteers we have, but I think we have almost all the volunteers for the Spill Challenges.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that'd be fucking
that's
crazy.
going to be kind of fun. So, yeah, those people, we got to get those people ready to come in and get that going. So that's going to be, we got 21 volunteers.
Sweet.
So we just need 4. Only 4 spots left. So don't worry about the challenges. As soon as we get those 4 volunteers, that's taken care of. But it's going to be fun.
Awesome. That's
Metal Virgin,
awesome.
I already planned it. It's going to be fun. And if it goes off without a hitch, the footage we even get behind is going to be hilarious.
It better be.
If it goes as planned. If not, then you'll never see it again.
Yeah,
we will never talk of that event again. But
But
it's going to be a great weekend. The Spill members are even planning their thing for a Thursday. So this is stuff that's unofficial.
Okay.
And we got wristbands coming in. Now, for the people, let's see. For the people who want to buy bands for the whole weekend, wristbands for the whole weekend, those are for sale. But as soon as we get our music, I guess, in stone, once we get everything concrete and we get that booked, which we already have Karaoke Apocalypse booked, but once we get all the DJs and the band booked in place for certain, I'm gonna go ahead and offer those nights separately, so that you can actually sound like burritos already, so that you can buy a ticket for Friday night, for Saturday night, or for Sunday night. You can also buy a separate ticket for the film festival or for the live podcast that go on all day. So you can. Those will be available for separate purchases.
There's a lot of shit to do.
But there's a lot of shit to do. It's
Yeah.
cheaper just to go ahead and buy a ticket for the whole weekend and stay the whole weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, why not?
Yeah.
So, it's somebody said, get my burrito. Yes, sir. So, yes, just wanted to let people know about that. That Spill.com 2011 is coming up. It's turning out to be a very fun weekend. You'll be able to buy tickets on most of the podcasts that are being put up now. So, but we're going to have a video coming up, a promo video short for the con. We're going to have the promo for the film festival coming up, and we'll even probably have a little bit of promotion for the challenges.
Coolio.
But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good time.
Sweet.
I'm actually very excited. I'm very excited now.
Get your tickets.
Nick Hodges is even going to be here.
That's great.
Nick You're like, all right. Whatever.
I'm sold. Where do I get my ticket?
I'm too bad that it's too bad that my man Choker can't show up though.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, people.
Next time. There's always next time.
Yeah.
There's always next year.
Yeah, there's always tomorrow. No, we want to see you there, people. We really the hodgepodge. He's showing up. I'm happy to hear about that. Paul is showing up from London.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
and Wayne.
Gonna be cool.
Wayne is going to be
here. Of course.
Here.
Yeah, I know Wayne's coming. Yeah.
Love Wayne.
Wayne is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Once this thing gets up and going, man, I think we're gonna get a lot of people there because we're gonna be combining with another show. I know at least for Friday. So it's gonna That's why I have to be careful how many tickets we sell before it's all over with,
Okay.
because I think we're gonna have like limited capacity. So please, people, sign up.
Yes.
Get your tickets.
Get
Buy
ready.
a ticket.
Get ready for this shit.
Meanwhile, it's burrito time.
Yes. So somebody just texted me and they say, when do tickets go on sale again for the fest? Listen to the show.
Are they serious?
Yeah. Damn. I'll take it.
Tell people when tickets go on sale.
I'll take it. When do tickets go on sale? I know you just said it, but
They can buy a ticket on this podcast.
you can buy a ticket on this podcast when it goes up. Yeah. So check at the end of this podcast. Well, when you see it go up on the page, there'll be a button there you can click and you can purchase as many tickets as you want. So have fun with it. About 50, 60 for your whole family, for your family's family, and relatives you never want to talk to. The tickets will be available. And I think, didn't you guys put up a link on a couple of Cohen's too? Yeah. If for some reason, you need to go to a couple of Cohen's right now, to go do that, you can click on their page. And there'll be a link there to get tickets as well. So I'm sure we're going to be having links all over this motherfucker that you can just click on and get tickets. So there you go.
Man, I'm about to burn myself burrito off this
But really, you had a burrito bukkake in your oven. God damn. That's great. I'll just take anything at this point. I'm starving. Let me in. I'm starving. Yeah, but no, man. I mean, fuck. If for some reason Cool Keith ends up going to the insane asylum, trying to get MC Chris would be pretty badass. Yeah. He got some dope lyrics. Yeah. Actually, I need some caffeine and oil to wake my ass up. I've been sleeping all fucking day, and I still feel like I'm sleeping.
You want ice?
Sure. Ice is very nice.
People, welcome to the Let's Do This Cooking Show.
Yes.
Today we're going to be making shit burritos.
Yeah. Today Coy will be fucking up burritos in the oven.
That shit before you do.
Yeah. Yeah. It gets all the shit out of the way. That's right. Looking for my diarrhea explosion burrito. These are things that these are things I look forward to on a 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. That's right. Chop chop.
Your Coke, sir.
Chop chop. You mind opening that, good sir?
No.
It's the only time I'll get to do this.
Should I wear a French maid outfit?
Thank you. Oh, pouring it and shit. God damn. Somebody video. Where's my videographer at? Holy Jesus.
No, please sit down, sir.
That's super service.
May I get you anything else, sir?
How about 2 pussies and a big titties?
Oh, would you like that on ice?
Yes. That's very immature of me. But boy, those burritos smell hot, piping fresh. Yeah. You ain't got no plates. Why don't you? We still got some Reynolds wrap over there. We'll just use those as plates again. That'll be cool. Yeah. Yeah. Just if you got Reynolds wrap, just bring that. Yeah. There you go. Oh, and he gives me the exploded burrito. Thank you. Shit, Goatee didn't take a shit in these burritos. I saw that motherfucker playing around in the freezer the other day. I would not put it past him, that knucklehead. Woo! Hot, spicy, and delicious. Into the mouth, over the gums. Look out, eyebrows. Here it comes. Is that how it goes?
Oh, let me get my. Where's the mic?
Yeah. Where is your mic? There it is. Thank you, sir.
This is what I miss about Taco Bell Lugosi.
Mm-hmm.
I took him for granted. I always had taco sauce
around
here.
Shit.
Never Never had a want for taco sauce. Now that he's gone, not a drop of Tabasco, taco sauce, salsa, none of that is in the fucking house.
You should have known better than that, man. I think that motherfucker left his plates here. He left everything else here except the taco sauce. He left all his fresh vegetables.
That son of a bitch.
All that rotting fucking
all that fucking liquefied asparagus and all that shit. Now before he left, I was wondering what he was doing before he left, he told me that he was cleaning the kitchen. I thought he was cleaning the kitchen because he just, I don't know, he was just being a good guy. He had or else he heard us making fun of him, and decided to be, show us that, hey, I'm clean. But turns out he was doing that because he was planning on leaving. But the real reason why is because he wanted to make sure he didn't leave an ounce of taco sauce in there. He wanted to search every fucking corner to make sure he took every bit of sauce out of here.
I think he was using a black light to look for that shit.
That motherfucker, man.
Any drop of hot sauce around
Son of a bitch.
Mine.
It's hard for me to eat burritos now without fucking taco sauce.
All
right, people, we're gonna take a crunch of this and see how it came out.
You know what this is?
Oh.
I shouldn't talk with my mouth. I'm a robot. So
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk with my mouth full. It's good.
Right.
Not bad.
Yeah. You know what this kind of reminds me of?
What? Shit.
Remember back in the days of the elementary schools when they had burritos where they used to fry that shit up? That's what this tastes like, which is, to be honest with you, is my favorite kind of burrito.
Oh,
I think the only place, if you're ever around a Sonics kid, get one of their burritos because it tastes like the old elementary school fucking burritos they used to serve.
Yeah.
Which I know some of that shit looks nasty, but boy, that brings back some fond memories of that shit.
Well, elementary school, for us, that shit was something else, man, because nothing tastes like it belonged in the real world. All that shit, the cheese on the pizza never looked like cheese. No. It always looked like wax.
That fucking pizza... that pizza looks like the pizza you see in those Ninja Turtle movies. I mean, that's exactly what that pizza looks like. And I was like, no wonder those fucking turtles were crazy for that pizza because that shit was good. Sure, it looked like Vaseline, after like 5 minutes, but it was still fucking delicious.
It did. It looked like it did. It looked like they used to wrap that shit in like saran wrap, and it always looked like that pizza was sweating.
Yeah.
I was like, this is but we ate it.
Yeah, we did.
Hamburger never tastes like real meat.
No.
Hamburger tastes like Play-Doh. And those burritos, were always crispy.
They were off the hook.
Always. You're right. They fried that shit or something because it was, we used to having burritos that are soft and.
Yeah.
And
I'm Mexican. I was like, that ain't no fucking burrito. I don't know what it is, but it's fucking good.
That ain't even a chimichanga. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that fucking lunch lady back there is doing, but damn, I applaud her.
I swear that they were feeding kids dirt and clay.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe that shit was real food.
It was delicious. Just like kids used to think Play-Doh was delicious.
Exactly. In fact, I think that's how the kitchen used to look in elementary school. It looked like a Play-Doh factory.
Yeah, it did.
Remember when you were a kid, you used to put, it's a Play-Doh factory, you put the meat in, it come out shaped like stars and shit. I think that's what they did with our food.
Yeah, when they fucking grind that meat, that shit come out like silly string. Oh, look, that's hair. Where's my scissors at?
Hell yeah. These ain't bad, though.
No, not at all,
It's
dude.
bean and cheese.
It's fucking good.
Good
is what it is.
I almost
little
broke
dash
down.
of oil.
Okay.
All right.
All right, everybody, back to business
Let's
here.
get back to the show. Yeah, back to business.
We are getting some.
Hey, man, what are we talking about today?
Yeah.
right,
What are we talking about? Oh.
I don't know.
Let's, hey.
A lot of news going on here. A lot of news going on in this world. Big stories out there. Breaking news.
Quentin Tarantino got Django on that kind of. Got being
Talk about Tarantino and his projects.
Well, okay, so I'm really talking my mouth right now. Bitch, I'm hungry. God damn it.
When I'm hungry, it's time to eat.
We give a fuck if there's a show going on or not. Okay. Well, get down to business here.
What you got on the business agenda?
Let's talk about. We still gonna talk about Osama bin Laden, people.
Don't worry.
We get into that in a little while.
Yeah.
We get into love, but there's more important things going on in the world.
There is.
There's bigger things.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, people are so selfish, So
hell yeah, they are.
Why y'all so worried about Osama bin Laden when there's things like Quentin Tarantino's script leaking.
That's right.
Jeez,
That's
people
right.
got their priorities
All
wrong,
kinds
man.
of shit leaking.
So, okay. So Quentin Tarantino, we talked about this earlier in the show.
Tell them about this story. What's going on?
The movie's called Django.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Quentin Tarantino has a love for cinema.
Yeah,
He often pulls from things that he loves,
Mm-hmm.
so that to let you know that he knows that you know that he knows that you know that he knows a lot about movies.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, one of his favorite westerns is Django,
Yeah.
and he's looked at that title and applied it to his own western. Now, this is not your regular western.
Mm-mm.
This is going to be a western set in the South
Mm-hmm.
that centers on a freed slave.
Right.
And I think it's the late 1800s that this might take place.
Probably.
I think.
I have
I'm
no
not
idea.
sure.
I have no idea about this, but I'll take all I know is that he wanted to coin it as a Southern, as far as instead of a Western, a Southern film. So good luck to that.
Always trying to invent shit.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, just make a movie.
Yeah.
Quit trying to invent
Make
shit.
a good movie.
Yeah, God damn it.
Don't worry about trying to invent shit. Trying to reinvent the wheel.
Reinvent shit and bring your revisionist shit to the. No, actually, I'm loving what I hear about this script, man.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I'll talk a lot of shit about Quentin Tarantino, but
We
a
all
lot of
do.
people don't know that Quentin Tarantino is one of my favorite directors.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go ahead and
That's your problem.
yeah, had that problem for a while. Trying to get help. Can you recommend
After
somebody?
Death Proof, I don't blame you.
Well, I liked Inglourious Bastards. I just didn't love it like everybody.
Yeah, I liked it too, but I didn't love it.
I think it had some amazing scenes in there.
Had some great acting.
amazing scenes.
Some great acting.
Mm-hmm.
It put what's that crazy motherfucker, the Jew
Christoph
killer.
Waltz?
It put
The Jew killer.
Put the Jew killer in the forefront of acting
of stuff.
tour de force. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
He was great. But no, I appreciate Tarantino for all the things he's
This
done.
might be important. Hello?
Oh boy,
I'm in the middle of a podcast, sir.
is that an Aminator? Oh.
Well, I said I'm in the middle of a podcast, and they talking about in the middle of a what? You got to go. Sorry, that was Porno Chris.
Oh God. How's his day? Finding plenty of porno on the internet. Internet working all right for him?
Apparently, we're not looking at porno. He's fucking with me.
Oh boy.
In the middle of a podcast. Okay. No. I thought Inglourious Bastards had some. God damn, these burritos are good, boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm spitting all over my keyboard. I'm going to eat this little bit on my keyboard right here. Right there. Okay, so I thought some parts of Inglourious Bastards were incredible, but
Yeah.
it just didn't work for me as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
Not enough Inglourious Bastards.
I really want to see more Inglourious Bastards in there. I want to see the bastards. I really love those characters. The end just felt it's a little unfocused to me.
Mm-hmm.
From
I
the-
agree.
You remember they put in that song that I think it was David Bowie,
Yeah.
that 80s song that
Out
just
of
came out of
fucking nowhere?
Yeah.
Mhm.
In the end, well, I'm not gonna ruin. I don't want to say anything about the end, but the end just kind of, I don't know, just it was it's hard for me-
Lackluster.
It's hard for me to say anything without ruining the ending, but
Mm-hmm.
it was a little all over the place.
Yeah, it was.
But hey, he's got
It wasn't
great-
focused like a Robert Rodriguez movie. Those guys been hanging out with each other too much. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, and the thing is that I look at things that people thought were great, and I'm thinking like, well, okay, it's just a pet peeve of mine.
Uh-huh.
I really don't like when Tarantino stops his films to have a scene that stands out to me where the characters are talking about something that's movie related or something that's pop culture related to the, because it just seems like Quentin Tarantino saying, okay, everybody says I have an encyclopedic knowledge about film.
Yeah.
I need to show that.
Mhm.
I need to let people know even more. And it's like I don't need. I know this already.
Yeah,
show it in
I'm
your
like,
filmmaking.
you know-
Don't show it in bad dialogue or
Because it
badly written scenes.
always takes you out of the movie.
It does.
I never understood that. I'm like, you know what? Keep me engaged. Don't stop to tell me that you're really into this movie. Here's a scene that you're paying homage to. I don't care.
Yeah, don't stop to give
Yeah,
me.
because you know what? I've seen a lot of movies you've seen, and I have that shit at home.
Yeah.
I'm in the theater. I want to see some new shit. I want to see some awesome shit. I want to see a good story because I know you're capable of doing it because you sold me on Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. So keep doing that.
Well, that's
God damn it.
Exactly. I don't. These scenes that, while cleverly written, they are.
Yeah. Mhm.
They're bad to me because they stopped the movie.
Yeah.
Like you said. So I'm hoping that with this movie, because I'm loving what I'm hearing about this film, and I really did love some parts of Inglourious Basterds. But let's hear about this thing that happened with Quentin Tarantino's script. It's called Django Unchained. And there's actually, okay, I thought I was going to read a story about the script being stolen. The script has been out there, or been leaked or whatever, and now somebody has a script review.
Oh.
I'm curious about this. I haven't read this before.
Wait, are you gonna read the review of the script?
And I'm going to read the script. Read the whole script right now. No.
What the fuck? Don't do that!
I'm going to read a review of the script here, but I'm going to read the part
Don't be that asshole.
No. I'm going to read a part that before it goes into any kind of spoilers.
Okay.
This comes from Obsessed with Film. So, we heard last week that the 7th movie from the legendary writer-director Quentin Tarantino will be Django Unchained. And I hear they've already gone to production on this. I'm
Okay.
not sure. That's what Cyrus was saying.
Okay.
I'm not sure, though. Cyrus be talking.
Cyrus love to talk.
Just be talking. Sergio Leone, Sergio Corbucci style spaghetti western homage that will tackle 19th century American black slavery head on and without much sugarcoating. The movie could be centered around Django, a black slave who becomes a gunslinger when freed by a German bounty hunter who takes our title character under his wing, shows him the ropes of contract killing, then helps Django find his enslaved wife who was under the control of an evil plantation owner.
Damn.
Having now read the majority of the script for Django Unchained, and apologies if this piece is a little incoherent, I'm knackered, so this person is drunk while they're writing it. I can confirm that it is the basic plot for which will mostly be a 2-character piece, but having read the final drafts for Death Proof, Kill Bill, and Glorious Bastards at roughly the same stage of pre-production in the past, I have to say that the script doesn't completely work for me, and I'm not getting the same feeling of exhilarating excitement for the new Tarantino film as I did for the aforementioned. Django Unchained, because of its genre, because of its use of racial bluntness, nigger, pony, and appear frequently in the script, and suggested violence, is probably the most non-commercial screenplay Tarantino has, well, he says wrote, but written since Jackie Brown. There's nothing for Joe Popcorn to cling on to here. This isn't a movie that young teenagers or adults, unless they're huge fans of Tarantino, will get their asses to see in their droves. Now, I'm reading this the way the guy wrote it.
Right.
Tarantino's playing for a niche market here. Nobody has really made a movie about race like this for years, and when they did, it was never for a mass audience. Probably not since Richard Fleischer's Mandingo, 1975, perhaps a film that was the biggest influence for this script. Warning, although there are no spoilers in this read-through, those who want to go in completely fresh, when the movie is released, should not read any further.
Don't read any further.
Okay, I won't read any further, and it's long anyway.
right.
You know something? The reason why I'm bringing this up is because, yes, people I'm meeting, fuck you. It's because a lot of people, I've already read a couple of people who have said, well, I'm already not interested because I don't want a film that's going to make me feel white guilt anymore.
Yeah.
And I have a major problem with that. Now, for those, there was one guy who said, Corey brings up race and everything. You know what? Go fuck yourself, because I bring up a lot of things.
Yeah.
And, you know, race just happens. That kind of person is the guy who does not like to hear about. He's just like anybody else. There's a subject that he does not like, and regardless of what all the things that we talk about, we talk about race, but we talk about sexuality, we talk about social issues,
We talk about everything.
we talk about everything. But because this guy hears me bring up one thing about race, all of a sudden Corey has to find black issues with everything.
Right.
Go fuck yourself with a black cock. All right, or a white.
Always got to bring race into it.
Always gotta bring. There you go.
Always got to bring the black cock into it.
Bring it. There you go. No, seriously, I don't mean to be
Yeah.
that harsh, but
No.
you know, I'm
No, I
joking
get
around
it.
for a
I
laugh.
get it. No,
I know,
I get
but
it.
yeah,
I get it.
but really, I mean, it's unfair to judge that way, and I would ask anybody who.
That's annoying to hear all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I was asking anybody when you
Yeah.
make a statement like that, and I said I bring up race in everything. I say, give me some examples.
yeah.
Never heard back from them.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you're gonna make that kind of statement, just be careful. I mean, really be prepared to back yourself up, because I can tell you right now, in my opinion, I bring up race when I see race necessary, and I don't only bring it up with black people.
Yeah.
All right. The other thing with this script, though, is that, listen, slavery happened, and Yeah, it was white people who owned slaves. Now there, of course, I know some people are going to come in and say, well, Indians own slave, some black people own slave, blacks in Africa own slave. Yeah, people. There's been slavery in all forms around the world. We even have the term white slavery. But during that time, in the South, the majority of violence, the majority of human rights violations were committed. Of injustice were committed by those on slaves, which were mostly white people. Doesn't mean that I'm coming out saying I hate white people. Doesn't mean I'm coming out saying all white people are wrong, and if your grandfather owned slaves or your great grandfather, whoever, your ancestors owned slaves, then you are an asshole. Nobody's saying that.
It's a fact of life. It happened. I mean,
how many times have we seen movies be awarded when it's made about the Holocaust?
Right.
And those, we continue to make those kind of movies. We love to see Nazis get it, but for some reason, when slavery is brought up, because it happened in America, because a certain number of white people feel uncomfortable about it, they all of a sudden take on this guilt, and nobody told them that they should feel guilty for it. Nobody said it's your fault,
right,
and you should feel bad for this. If this is something that bothers you, then that's self-inflicted guilt. This guy, the person who made the comment about the script said, I'm sorry for, I'm tired of being blamed for destroying the environment. I'm tired of being blamed for animals going extinct. I'm tired of being blamed for the economy. Listen, as far as destroying the environment, that's the human race doing that. That is not a white thing, okay?
No, that's everyone fucking up.
That's everybody doing that. That's another thing. I'm tired of being blamed for sexism. Have you ever seen a rap video? Black people do sexist as well as white people, as well as anybody with a dick.
This guy sounds like he has the most guilty conscience I've ever known.
Yeah, I mean, where's all this guilt coming from?
I'm sorry. What did I do?
Now, there's some
Look,
things
it's not just about you, all right?
Yeah.
You're not that special, so shut the fuck up.
How egotistical do you have to be? Like, I don't want to see a movie about slavery because I don't want to feel guilty.
Yeah,
do you own slaves
guilty
right now?
Yeah, no shit.
I mean,
did you do something wrong?
How many black people do you have chained up in your basement right now?
Calm the fuck down. Jesus Christ.
No, just be. America's always.
Nobody's pointing the finger at you because nobody gives a shit about you. So calm down.
Yeah. I've always, listen, we've had movies about revenge, and we've had fantasy revenge movies of people going up against something that was a huge injustice, whether it be on a personal level or whether it be a social injustice or a historical injustice. I've always wanted to see a movie about a badass slave taking out evil plantation owners or evil slave holders.
That'd be an interesting story.
I've never said I wanted to see them go and annihilate every white person that they see. No.
Even though that'd be badass too.
Right, you scared
me. That's for me.
Yeah. I want to see a movie called Kill Whitey.
Kill everyone.
Kill
I want to see a movie just killing everybody.
That's why I love Planet of the Apes. I don't want to see I don't want to see black people or white people die. I want to see just humans die. Have monkeys kill everybody.
Shit.
And some people would say
I love alien invasion movies, right?
Yeah.
Do I feel guilty about that? Yeah. I see robots killing people. Do I feel? Oh God, not another robot killing movie with white people. All kinds of human beings. No. Oh, I feel terrible. Stop pointing the finger at me. I didn't do it.
No. Slavery has been something that people have wanted to just gloss over, and they don't realize
it's a touchy subject.
It's a touchy subject, and And the thing is, I don't mind people. Look, I can't help it if and I'm not talking about you, but if you people out there, if you feel uncomfortable about it, I acknowledge all kind of human injustice that's gone on in history. And I don't try to say anybody had it worse than anybody else, because there's been times in history where people have suffered great inhumanity that has been done to them and great injustice that's been done to them. It's just that when we have a tendency to not, because it's in America, we don't like to look at our own dirty laundry.
No, who does?
And people just don't realize how fucking horrible not only slavery was, but the South, Jim Crow was. I'm talking about as far as 50, 60 years ago, lynchings happened where they treated it like a picnic, where they brought out children to see men castrated, have their ears cut off, and burned alive, like it was, a gathering after church or something. We don't. I mean, that. Can you imagine? That's a fucking horror movie, man.
That is. But I still want it to be turned into a blockbuster hit, so I want to see it. Let me see that.
Oh no. Now I don't want to see a movie where they dwell too much on that kind of violence. I mean,
right. Yeah, don't get Mel Gibson to make it.
Yeah. I don't want to see another movie where
we'll all go. Hey, that's what Corey wanted to see.
No, I just.
But no, I mean, yeah, I definitely think there should be, because that should happen. It's a part of our history, whether we want to fucking deal with it or not. And yeah, I think movies should be made about that topic. I mean, easily, yeah. I mean,
and we
really
have made
should
movies where it's factual. I'm saying I want to see that revenge fantasy where you got that badass slave who comes in and ain't taking shit.
And and I think like maybe Tarantino, it'd be interesting if I would not be shocked if he just comes out and says, look, I have this trilogy of fantasy films dealing with the injustices that that didn't have a happy ending in U.S. history. Inglourious Bastards could easily be the first of those movies where we see justice get done, where it would only happen in that alternate world. A movie dealing with slaves. Taking shit in their own hands and dealing with it. That would be an interesting film. I would go see that. I have no problems with that.
Yeah. Oh, look,
if that guy who's complaining about feeling guilty all the time, you know what? He should go see that movie. And if at the end of that movie they're going, he did it, and he gets his ass beat, then I will apologize to him. And I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. I hear what you're saying.
It's funny how we don't give a fuck about how the Germans feel, because I'm sure the Germans are like, look, man, this happened. I mean, I had nothing to do with this now,
Yeah.
But people still want to blame us, the country, like we did it. But we don't care about that. It's like, hey, we don't mind those people being reminded of their atrocities. Yeah. And we don't mind being entertained by it.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with us. No.
Yeah,
we went in there and saved the day. So
the Jew killer, we love seeing him get his.
Yeah.
But a plantation owner, man, why you making me feel bad now?
Yeah.
And I'm saying this not as a black person going up trying to start something with white people. I'm just saying any white people out there who feel bad about slavery, get over yourselves, okay? If you had nothing to do with it and you're not a racist person, and you're cool with everything, then so what if we bring out a movie about slavery? Ain't nobody trying to say it's your fault. Yeah. Ain't nobody in the theater gonna be looking at you during the movie.
And don't get confused just because a black person looking at you with the worst look they can possibly give you. It ain't because you own slaves, because you dress bad. All right, that's all it is. That's all it is. You dress bad, you can't dance. All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah, calm down. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All these motherfuckers today, boy. I swear to God.
People are getting mad.
I always got to find something to bitch about. Swear to God.
Goddamn, boy.
Nobody can't be fucking happy in this country. You got to be bitching about something. Got to try to stir up some controversy about something, pulling shit out of their ass, pulling out topics just to talk. Just to talk.
Put another burrito in my mouth while I have to say something I don't want to.
You know what's wrong with this Corey country? You know what's wrong with this Corey country? Oh, it got me so mad.
I got my own country now. We're going to invade white America.
My brain's fucking getting scrambled right now. I'm fucking so mad. I tell you what, man, that freedom of speech, boy, I'm getting real tired of that shit. Unfortunately,
my man, we got to have it, though. I back it up 100%.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I got to back it up whenever.
I don't know about that.
If somebody wants to say
real
something.
Tired of this shit.
This is Corey country. I'm like DQ country now. You ever heard that song for Dairy Queen? This is DQ country.
DQ country. Yeah. Those are some motherfuckers that are going to be feeling guilty when they go see that fucking slave video. That guy singing that song sounds like he owns a few slaves.
This is DQ country. Here, have a soft cone.
That guy and the
served by a loyal Negro right here.
And the driving Texas guy who's always on those Ford commercials. Driving Texas.
Oh, yeah. Ford country. The best.
Ford's F-150.
I'm going to run over some niggers today.
Drive that shit. Drag some niggers around town.
Change to the back of my
Instead
truck.
of one, tie about 10 of them brothers. Using the Ford F-150. Driving Texas. That's
people,
racist, man.
We're joking, people. Yeah. We're joking, all right. Come on.
I love white people.
Yeah, love white people.
If you got hate in your heart, let it out. White power.
White people got money. I can't afford to make them mad.
Hanging out with white people makes me look good.
Actually, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Love their women.
That's right.
Love their women folk.
Oh, I love their women too.
All right. Let's go on to, let's see what we got next up in here.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, man. Making good time.
All right.
Well, all right.
Well, all right then.
What do we got here?
We got all kinds of craziness, man.
Oh, Superman. Speaking of
Superman.
people getting mad.
That's a bad outfit.
Woo! you know people mad.
Say, Jim. Superman feeling bad about it.
I mean, you know people are angry today when they get mad at the ultimate white man.
Yeah, I know.
Superman.
I know. I was like, wow, Superman making news. And I'm sure Marvel Comics is going, God damn it. How come you assholes can't write something cool like that to get in the goddamn news?
Yeah,
they weren't even looking to get in the news.
Not that way.
Killed every goddamn Marvel character. Still can't be getting the news.
All right, goddamn it. Spider-Man's a communist.
Yeah, right.
Spider-Man is an Al-Qaeda.
No, I have to make fucking Spider-Man a Nazi. For that to hit headline news. But yeah, Superman is in the news
Let's see what we got
right
here.
now because, you got the story?
Well, you tuned me on to this.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that's up. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to mention this earlier, but we have to get through this kind of fast because I know we got something to say about this one story you brought up.
Uh-huh.
The pet story.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait. That just sounds like some fucking foolishness. But
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and read about Superman real quick.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Superman renounces U.S. citizenship in Action Comics. Read them. Action Comics, number 900.
Yep.
Let's see what this story is, because this is the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Haven't heard of this yet. All right. After recently undertaking a journey to walk, not fly,
Mm-hmm.
he had a walkabout
Yeah, he did.
across the United States in the comic Grounded, or the storyline Grounded, and reconnect with the country and everyday Americans. Superman appears to be taking another step forward that could have major implications for his national identity. In Action Comics number 900, Superman announces that he is going to give up his U.S. citizenship. Despite very literally being an alien immigrant, Superman has long been seen as a patriotic symbol of truth, justice, and the American way. From his embrace of traditional American ideals to the iconic red and blue of his costume. What it means to stand for the American way is an increasingly complicated thing. However, both in the real world and in the superhero comics, whose storylines have increasingly seemed to mirror current events and deal with moral and political complexities rather than simple black and white morality. The key scene takes place in The Incident, a story in Action Comics number 900, written by David S. Goyer.
Yep.
David S. Goyer, no stranger to comics.
No. That guy, he wrote the Blade series as well as the new Dark Knight. All the Batman Begins and the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he wrote this, and it has art by Miguel Sepulveda.
Mm-hmm.
In it, Superman consults with the president's national security advisor, who is incensed that Superman appeared in Tehran to nonviolently support the protesters demonstrating against the Iranian regime. No doubt an analog for the recent real-life protest in the Middle East. However, since Superman is viewed as an American icon in the DC universe, as well as our own, the Iranian government has construed his actions as the will of the American president, and indeed, an act of war.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, things getting thick.
Yeah, it's getting heated.
Getting thick
up in the
here.
comic book world. Mm-hmm.
Getting hot. Superman replies that it was foolish to think that his actions would not reflect politically on the American government, and that he therefore plans to renounce his American citizenship at the United Nations the next day, and to continue working as a superhero from a more global than national perspective. From a realistic standpoint, it makes sense. It would indeed be impossible for a nigh omnipotent being ideologically aligned with the with America to intercede against injustice beyond American borders without creating enormous political fallout for the U.S. government. I see what they're saying.
Yeah.
Just him. Just
Mhm.
if he's not doing if Superman isn't helping the world, not just America.
Yeah.
I mean, Superman can be seen as a weapon almost.
No, he is. Yeah, he is powerful. He's a powerful weapon. But what I liked about that story, because I read it the other night, and just because I heard on the news, everyone's been like, I think a majority of the news, especially on Fox News, I want to say they're just bitching that why would the writers of Superman do something like this? I mean, that's what he stands for. He's American. And people are like, right now, I think some people are misconstruing this whole thing, like he's just fed up with being an American or something, which I don't get. It's like, you know what? Read the context of what the story is before you start wanting to, find something to talk shit about on the news, which I'm sure it's a great story to talk about, but when you read it in the context of the story, it makes complete and perfect sense. And I was like, you know what? That comic book is actually comprised of a bunch of different short stories revolving around Superman, and that story is only about 3 pages, if that. But it's the most, like, as far as stories I've read of Superman, I'm a big fan of the Action Comics. It's the most, like, it's the best Superman story I've read, just because it makes a lot of sense. There's some dialogue in there where Superman's like, look, I fought super beings across the world. I fought godlike characters, and the thing is, I've never really had a grasp on real events that are going here in America, like things that are actually happening. I've never really tried to do anything to like stop these things, and why shouldn't I? And the thing is that now that he when he went to Tehran, he realized his actions were stupid on him, because they're gonna people in other countries are gonna look at him as a threat, like he's acting because the U.S. told him to, which is like, I can't put the U.S. in danger of that anymore, so it makes more sense for me to renounce my citizenship.
Yeah.
So you won't be blamed, and I get it, but I understand too where people are like, well, why would he do that? But it makes sense in that context of the story, because he doesn't want to put, lives in danger. He doesn't want anyone to go, well, Superman's here because the U.S. brought him, so we're going to declare war on the United States.
I can see that, too. I haven't read the comics, so I don't want to pass any judgment. I will say that Superman has always been a character to me where I haven't seen much complexity in that character. I mean, they killed him, but that's killing him. He's going to be back. I don't think there's anything complex.
It's a gimmick. That was a gimmick.
That's a complex storyline, but that's not a complex character. And even in that storyline, wasn't that complex, because anybody in their right mind knows that was just that was business.
Yeah, right.
That was a gimmick to get more sales. Anybody who thought Superman was not going to come back was
an idiot.
Pretty much. I hate to be that harsh, but come on, really?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, did anybody think that when they killed Captain America that they weren't going to bring Captain America back?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad to see them take this step forward.
Yeah.
I'm reading that synopsis right there, and all joking aside here, I see what they're doing. I mean, there's nothing that they've done un-American. They haven't said, he's about to go work for another country.
Right, exactly.
Or he's sitting up here saying that, oh, America's gone to shit and I hate America. It's nothing like that. I mean, listen, I think he's doing what a lot of people in America are doing. They are questioning a lot of political things that happen in our time here. I mean, right? Because it's not it's not like it was years ago when we didn't have so much information being thrown at us.
Right.
In all kind of forms, all times of the day. People were just told what they were told, and people chose to believe that. Now we have so much access to information that it makes us question everything, including our political system and our government.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I hate that when anybody just questions anything about America, whether it's justified or not, takes on this thing of, why are you going against America? It's like, look, I'm not going against America. I think the only way to improve government and to improve our political system, it needs to be, is to question it.
Yeah,
that's why we have such a great government now, because we are not under government that keeps us that keeps our lips shut.
That's the freedom that we have, and that's the great thing about this country, is that we can have an opinion that we have the right to disagree with what our government's doing, and we have the right to talk about it. As far as the stories goes, I think that this is like probably one of the boldest Superman stories I've ever read, only because I mean there's times when you can't help but when all this real world shit's going on, when you got you have all these conflicts going on around the world that we're involved in. It's kind of sometimes I like the fact that at least a comic like this can really go, I want to bring that to what people are reading, because that's what's going on right now. I think a lot, like back in the day when people started to lose interest in comics, like around the '60s, was because there was a lot of crazy shit going on in the world, and when you read a comic book, it seemed more like kids' fare. Like you just, I mean,
That is true.
It really, like, it didn't reflect anything. It was just there to entertain, and it was goofy, and it really had no relevance, really. But the fact that a lot of adults these days are reading comic books, and I think a majority of people reading comic books right now are adults. I think it's great that they can actually bring a lot of these things that we always think about as far as dealing with our country and our politics to a character like this, to make that character stand out even more. I mean, I think this is the best thing they could have done with Superman. Just to make him more of a believable, realistic character. And I'm glad that it's interesting that David S. Goyer wrote this, because now it just makes me even more interested in what he's going to do with the new Superman movie, which I don't know if people know this, but the new Man of Steel movie that's getting ready to come out, David S. Goyer came up with the initial story that Christopher Nolan looked at, and he was like, wow, I've never been so excited about a Superman script before, and that's why Nolan went out of his way to tell Warner Brothers, look, this needs to be made. I mean, so I'm really curious if he's going to have any hint of that in this new movie.
Yeah.
Which it'll be interesting, but
probably not that much. But
yeah, probably not that much. But still, I mean, if they do, that'd be ballsy. I mean, it'll be a whole nother Superman that I don't think anyone's ever seen before.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes good to shake it up. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
But here's the thing that like somebody's saying, because Superman is all about our politics. Yeah, you don't get it, man. He's like, it's not about politics. It's just about a character just reflecting our times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whether it be politics or whether it be some social thing that happened, I mean, it's not bad to do that. And if it doesn't work, they can always go back and
I know,
do another storyline.
And that's the thing. If it got so heated up that everyone in the world was fucking chanting and going, "This is fucked up," which I doubt will happen.
Yeah.
They can easily change that up, because that story in particular was part of a series of short stories that, I mean, I'm sure they can easily write that off, and then DC could easily go, you know what, we don't want the heat of this. It was an Elseworld story.
They can do anything.
They can do anything. But I'm glad that it was written. I'm glad it's there, because it's a great take on that character.
Well, the biggest thing for me here, and again, I'm just taking a guess. I'm not saying that this is what happened, but judging by things that Fox News has done in the past, and I'm not. I really am against Fox News people. I'm not going to even try to hide that. Because I've seen them too many times do what I'm about to say they may have done now. They jumped on this because there is sort of a political angle there for them.
Right.
But I bet they didn't read the comic.
No, easily. Takes
me back to that time they had all these people come on and talk about Mass Effect, the video game, and they brought on people who knew nothing about video games. Nothing. And nobody played the game. They actually had a woman who wrote a self-help book for women.
Of course.
I think it was women. But why was she in to talk about one of the guys? I forgot who she was talking to, but it was somebody who was defending the game, somebody who knew video games. That guy barely got a word out.
Yeah.
But this woman who knew nothing about video games, who was there to comment for some reason, and was being very snide about it, had most of the time to talk.
Yeah.
And then they went to a panel of people who don't play video games. One guy was like, well, I'm not letting this game into my home. And it's like, you don't fucking have any video games in your home. Why would you have this one?
Yeah.
One girl was just like, what happened to games like Pac-Man? It's like, oh my God.
And that's annoying. I've seen them do that, which makes me hate that news station. And it's just like, okay, you guys have you do have your own agenda. You bring in your own people that have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, that deals with the subject, and you basically have them there to basically be your puppet, to enforce your opinion on something that you know nothing about. And all I have to say is that, like, don't hate, investigate. That's all I'm going to say about that, because people need to fucking do that.
No, and I have nothing against people having an opinion on this. If they really felt that way, then fine. And I'm not judging Fox right now, because I don't know if they did this. I'm just saying, if they did what they usually do and sit up here and make all these remarks without having read that comic.
Yeah.
I
wanted to look it up, because I think Bill O'Reilly brought it up on one of his shows. I'm not going to talk shit about him, but I read a story where Bill Riley, like, they made a segment about it. I'm curious how long it was and what they actually talked about.
It's not just Fox
yeah.
I would criticize anybody that does this. If you haven't investigated the material, played the material, read the material, become familiar with that material, then don't sit up here and have an opinion about it like that.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm not sitting up here trying to have a complete judgment on this comic or Fox News because I don't know what either one did.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to bet that Fox did not read this. Just said, what? Superman is giving up U.S. citizenship?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a headline.
yeah.
Let's talk shit about this.
Yeah.
Oh, Superman is anti-American.
Yeah.
And now they're able to jump in and do something.
Yeah.
And see, that is not, they like to come across, it's called Fox News, hence, which hints that some journalistic integrity is happening there.
No.
When you don't, when you haven't read or played or seen whatever it is you're talking about and you have an opinion on it, that's editorializing, that's political agenda, that's you doing propaganda.
Yeah.
That is not investigating, that is not reporting, that is not journalism.
Yeah, and it seems like they're trying to get the public used to that kind of journalism, which it's atrocious to me. Only because, I mean, you always wish that there'd be like a counter, but that wouldn't help either. If you had, let's say, a channel to counter that, what the agendas they push, you know, I guess you could have a station that pushes a more liberal agenda, but
well, you do. You have MSNBC,
okay,
and that's why I don't really completely trust them either.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know. It's like you can't, like I said, you can have that, but you'll never get. It's just people pushing their agenda, and all you can do is like listen to the good and listen to the bad and make your own call on it. It sucks.
Granted, MSNBC is not as bad as Fox. I mean, they do have more of an even slant, but not completely. I would be lying if I said that they were completely innocent in this case too. I mean, there's a lot of news services out there, and just like anybody else, it depends on who's running the station or who's running the publication or whatever. What sort of slant that they take? That's just unfortunately, that's how capitalism works.
No, that's how it works. But you know what? I think I've always wanted to like see news from abroad dealing with our politics and how they look at it. You know, where
BBC
I mean,
News.
yeah, well. I got to get cable for that.
I'm
sure I can probably get on the internet too. Yeah.
No, I watch
BBC
News a lot now. I don't. Again, I'm sure that there's maybe a slant on that, but it's good to at least see a different opinion. Today, news is structured in a form where you have to go and pull bits and pieces and really have to work yourself. That's the irony of when somebody says that we just sit back and we're spoon-fed everything because we got the internet, we got TV. Right. No. Unfortunately, people do not do the work or the research that they should do. But to really get the news, you have to do the work yourself.
You do.
You have to do the work to make your own to not only make your own decisions, but probably see, okay, what is the common thread or denominator that's happening in the news where I can actually trust this bit of information?
Right.
And that's
or actually be in the news, be a part of it.
Be in the news.
So you see with your own eyes, see what's going on, and see what's not being reported on. Because I'm sure Japan can tell you all about that. People living through all that crazy shit going on there, and what they see on the news and how it's being reported. Anyway, we can talk in circles about this all day.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, look, anyway, I'm good for Superman. Hey, Superman, you do what you want. You're Superman. Right?
Hey, Superman don't want to do it. I'll do it. Let me put on some tights. I'll go out there and put on get my red towel out of the laundry and run.
Corey, you'll just get shot.
I can at least give sandwiches to the homeless. I was hoping Superman was gonna go to Mexico.
Yeah, that would be something. Yeah.
I wanted to get him
just seeing Superman against the cartel. Holy shit.
No, I wanted Superman to open up a taco stand.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, Super Taco.
I thought you were talking about something serious, boy.
But that'd be the cool thing about Superman going all around the world. Can you imagine if Superman did take on the cartel?
That'd be fucking awesome.
That's why
that would be a story to have to tell. I don't know who's going to tell it. They'd be too scared of them. I ain't writing that story.
Them
motherfuckers coming after me.
You know what? I ain't writing a story where Superman takes on the cartel, and I ain't writing a story where Superman takes on Allah.
I only wish, I don't know if you ever heard that Frank Miller wanted to write a story for DC where Batman goes to Afghanistan and takes on the Taliban.
DC said, "Fuck no!
Yeah, I know.
You ain't about to ain't about to blow up this office here."
Which actually, I think he's actually still doing the story, but he's replacing the character. It's not gonna be Batman. It's gonna be some unknown character, but still, that would have been fucking insane to see.
They can, he can do that. It's just it's Muslims and especially an extremist organization like the Taliban, they get mad when you
They
say
do,
something about Allah.
They're paying attention to them cartoons. Boy.
They don't.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny. There's so many things out there about Allah, but they reading them funnies.
I know they do read them funny
This
books.
dog better not say nothing about Allah. Garfield,
I know.
we'll kill them. We'll behead Garfield. He say anything about Allah.
Skin that bitch alive. Yeah.
Barbecue that motherfucker. Boy. We kill Garfield.
Yeah.
A jihad on that cat.
Jihad on that motherfucker.
Shit. You fucking have a guy with a machine gun popping out some lasagna. Kill that fucking
Versus
cat.
him, then it's the Peanuts.
Charlie
Taliban
Brown, but I said shit.
running that neighborhood with no parents, shooting at them kids, playing baseball.
You know what? Yeah,
playing football, whatever. Yeah.
You know when Snoopy's on top of that doghouse trying to be the Red Bear?
Yeah. Oh no.
You better keep his ass in World War II.
I know.
Leave the fucking Taliban alone.
He's gonna start pretending he's the Red Bear, and then he's gonna get shot in the head. It's gonna be the end of that fantasy world.
That's something about you can tell the Taliban love funnies, boy.
Oh,
They love cartoons.
I know.
They're looking at every fucking cartoon in the
Watch.
world to see who's talking about
That's right.
Allah. In fact, I don't even say Allah in any kind of context anymore. People say what you want for Christmas. I don't even say all I want for Christmas anymore because it sounds too much like Allah.
Oh, really?
That's too much like Allah wants for Christmas.
Wow.
I make sure not to say that. I say I want for Christmas. I would like for Christmas.
Yeah.
Man.
Whenever I make a sandwich, I always go Alibaba, bologna, salami, Alibaba.
Man, all right.
That's just what I do.
I was going to say something about this pet story, but we're going to get out of here pretty soon.
Okay.
Speaking of Allah, this would be a good segue into what we need to talk about. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
They got your boy.
Believe me. I found out about it in the only place in America you should be when you hear that kind of news.
TMZ?
Walmart.
Oh!
My buddy sent me
the American of all places.
I was buying an American flag. Made by Korea.
Exactly.
I was buying a flag.
American flag made in China.
Yeah. But I was I was in there and I get a text from my buddy and the first thing I see is I thought it said Obama. They got him. Obama shot in the head, and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh no!" And then I looked at it again. It's like Osama. They got okay.
That's the problem with having those two guys.
I know, and it freaked me out. I was like, "Holy fuck, are you kidding me?" And when I looked at it again, I was like, Osama. I was like, wow, they got him, really. So I went to my co-host mobile, and I was like, okay, this is groundbreaking news. Somebody has to be fucking airing this on the radio. And, of course, I found it, and they announced it.
See, I heard they shot Osama in Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, damn, you can't get anything at Walmart.
What the hell is he doing shopping?
All you have to do is ask. All the time you're looking for him. I'm looking for Osama bin Laden. Oh, he's in aisle 14 with bath towels and shower curtains.
I think I saw him buy the doggy biscuits a little while ago.
He's putting the bath towels on his head right now.
He's over there at the camping equipment.
He's got a pistol 10 over there.
He's getting one of them coolers.
All right.
But yeah, they got that dude, and that's amazing. It's history, and it's just good to know that.
A lot of people asked, at least online, some people saying, "Did you celebrate?" And I was like, "Listen, I didn't really celebrate because." I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy they got the motherfucker. Of course I'm happy. Because he was plotting.
Yeah,
he
was.
That's a dude who's always plotting. They always showed him on TV.
Yeah.
You knew he was plotting because he's always stroking that beard.
Yeah, stroking that beard, wearing that camouflage shit.
Every time you saw him, he was stroking that beard, boy.
He's plotting away, and I'm like, man, he better not be fucking up one of my airliners. It's like, shit, I'm starting to fly a lot, and I don't want to worry about that. I was like, what's he thinking about? Should I do Southwest, Delta, Continental? What should I do?
Should I build my own plane and fly this shit? I want him to pull that beard.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm worried.
Yeah.
I wanted to pull that beard, just yank on it, and confetti pop out his hat. He was always stroking that shit. He was like Fu Manchu.
Oh, yes.
I was looking calm and shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna miss that too, boy.
Oh, yeah.
That beard stroking, because I used to always laugh when I saw that shit. Ah, yes.
Yes. I'll get you, He-Man. man.
I'll get to America.
But man, no, I didn't. I
Yeah.
didn't really celebrate, and I tell you why. Because while I was happy, I just don't like celebrating the death of anybody too much to where I feel like I had a lot of bloodlust. I did have want for him to die. I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna lie.
After 9/11,
Yeah.
yeah, no, you want to see that motherfucker hanging,
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
And I didn't celebrate either. I mean, look, I was happy. When I say celebrate, I didn't go out and run the streets talking about, even though I
Yippee!
understood.
Yeah,
Woo!
You didn't pull an Ewok celebration. Yep.
Yeah. They're playing Obama's. I mean, Obama's. They're playing Osama's head on a stick.
Yeah.
Yup.
I have to admit, Corey, I did celebrate, and you know what I played, boy? I ghost rided that shit.
Oh, did you?
I ghost rided the shark.
Hey, I got your son that you celebrated too. Because look, those people in New York,
Hey, you know what?
You know
they
what?
celebrate all they want, man. They
Yeah.
can fucking have X-wings flying over them, fucking throwing off fireworks, dude. Yeah, they can have an Ewok celebration all they want. They deserve it. They fucking deserve it, and it's owed to them. Yeah.
man,
So
yeah.
let them celebrate all they
I
want, please.
Totally understood that.
Yeah.
Those fools gathered up in front of the White House and gathered up in Times Square.
Yep.
And don't, before anybody says anything, I know the White House is not in New York,
Yeah.
okay? But people were gathering in front of the White House
Oh, yeah.
celebrating. That's the first place I saw it.
Uh-huh.
In Times Square, and then that's when they converged on the grounds, on
of
Ground
9/11.
Zero.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't blame them. For
No,
celebrating at all.
and, you know
It's
they
understandable.
have every fucking right to do that. That is our American right to do that. But goddamn, if I couldn't help, I fucking raced home. I raced home and I put on that shit.
Oh,
There we go.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, so this is what co-host was celebrating too when he heard Osama was dead.
Yeah. Yes, I was celebrating.
Yeah, you was out there celebrating like an Ewok.
Yeah.
And you know, here's the thing, man. I just didn't feel. I felt. I ain't gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I felt joy that the guy was gone. Cause
Yeah.
And Don, I wasn't delusional about it. I didn't think that
No.
terrorism all of a sudden magically ended, and that
How
there
can
was.
you?
And I didn't think that there was not going to be another guy in place to take
Exactly.
Osama's
But a
place.
guy is not as powerful. A guy who really doesn't have what Osama had. I mean, I remember hearing some experts saying, yeah, of course there's going to be somebody there to replace him, but not on the level that Osama had as far as his power and his influence.
Yes.
And I was just like, you know what? All I think about is like, you know what? And a lot of people are like, oh, don't celebrate. They're still out there. I'm like, no, you should celebrate because this is a stepping stone. Why not? This is a stepping stone, and it should be celebrated as far as, I'm not saying, bust out bottles of champagne, but just know we got the main motherfucker who did that fucking atrocity on 9/11.
And who was planning to
yeah.
do some other shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you know what? And fucking those soldiers out there looking for him, it wasn't done in vain. They fucking they completed their mission. They fucking did their job, and they're gonna keep doing their job, and they should be fucking rewarded as well,
Yeah,
along with the president for And I know a lot of people right now are making it their own agenda to go. Thank God Bush fucking Everyone wants to bring up their own political
See, I'm
agenda.
not
where
even
I'm
going there
like,
with
I'm
that.
not. Yeah, and it's like, you know what? Just shut the fuck up. Just be happy that this shit went down. Yeah, you'll have plenty of time to go on the internet and put up your fucking opinions on Facebook and all that other shit that nobody's reading, and do your shit there. But you know what? Can we all just shut the fuck up and be happy something got done for once?
Yeah,
Do we
I'm-
really have to look for more excuses to fucking get in heated debates and arguments about who's right and who's wrong and whose agendas are going with the way America should be run? I mean, do we really need to get into all that shit
No,
right
not
now?
at least, and it's going to happen, but not now. At least I'm not going to perpetuate that.
No,
and
I don't want to
I
either.
just didn't get out there and start going crazy because I still think about the people that were lost in 9/11,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of just when I think about that, it still makes me sad. So me celebrating or going out drinking or whatever. I'm not in New York.
No.
I wasn't there when it happened, so I didn't have the same kind of. I guess I didn't have the same sort of reason to celebrate as the people in New York do it. I don't blame anybody who wants to celebrate this. Look, it's understandable. I don't blame it at all. But for me, I wasn't that elated, but I was happy as hell. And I tell you something, it's you got to understand that, because I've heard some people say, well, the guy was a human being while we celebrating. It's like, I understand your humanitarian.
He's a terrible fucking human being, all right? Get that through your fucking skull, all right?
You know, I understand where you're coming from, and I know what you're trying to say, but listen, this is a guy who did what he did. We don't need to say what he did because everybody knows that, but he was planning to do more.
Yeah.
And sometimes somebody just needs to go.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy had to go. And for a lot of people who don't understand that, because they think that this, all of a sudden, that this was, they almost made it seem like, okay, we're just going out for revenge. We're going out out of bloodlust, like I was saying earlier. It's not that. Like I said, he was planning more shit. And a lot of people around the world should be happy because it's not a Muslim thing. It's not a brown thing. The Taliban and Al Qaeda, they're an extremist organization, and they are constantly at odds, violently at odds with people who do not have the same beliefs that they do.
Right.
Any kind of religious extremism, whether it be Muslim, Christian, or anything, is a dangerous thing. And these people have organized themselves to a point where they are ready to pull off any kind of terrorist act to go against anybody who does not have those beliefs.
Yeah, they're doing fucked up, crazy, bad shit, and they need to be dealt with, just like anybody else. I mean, because you know what, you're not going to rehabilitate these fucking people. You're not. This is what they do. They're dying. They're going to die for their cause, and they're going to kill your family members in the process. And let's see. I understand these people. Where they get this whole idea. Oh, he's a human being. It's a living person. It's a living. Okay, I get that, but you know what? This is the real world. Shit needs to be dealt with in a real way. And, for this guy not to keep doing these atrocities that he's linked with, he needs to be stopped. I mean, he just does,
Well,
I'm sorry that fucks up your Mr. Rogers neighborhood, but that's just something that needs to be taken care of.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't think people understand, because they have a tendency to think well, look, those are those people's beliefs. Why are we going against what they believe in? It's like, again, going back to the whole thing of violently going against anybody who does not believe what you believe. But also, I don't think you understand just how their society functions.
Yeah.
Just how they treat their women alone. I mean, it's
pick up a book. Look at Wikipedia. Read some shit for once. I mean, and that's their business. But we're locked in this thing. That's just how it is, and we're gonna have to deal with it by doing things that that we probably a lot of people don't want to do. It's like it's a war. I mean, it's a war going on, and it sucks. I wish we weren't in it, but we are. And things have to be dealt with in a realistic way, and that means eliminating people who have nothing but the worst planned for our country, other countries. And it's like we need to think something needs to be done about it. Nobody, I mean, and I don't want to make the comparison to Hitler. I still think Hitler is he is the craziest of fucking crazy sons of bitches that ever lived. But you can't let somebody like that just keep running around, doing what they do and be okay with it. No, somebody's not going to stand for it, and they're going to have to put a stop to it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, man.
It's pretty simple. I mean, I say the simplest way it is because I look at it in the simplest way, and I know with politics and the things going on. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's all kinds of shit. It's like, oh yeah, you can blame us for starting this or whatever, but the thing is, it's going on and it has to be dealt with. Period.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the movies to come out.
Yeah, that's another thing. Everyone's
I'm just waiting for the movie.
At the gate. Hollywood's at the gate, ready to rush. So many movies right now are getting in pre-production to tell this story about.
I just want to see.
Well, I think Schwarzenegger signed up for one of them.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger should be Obama.
Yeah,
I mean, Osama. No, he should be Obama.
Obama, yeah.
Man,
he will play Obama.
There's a list of people that the day, it wasn't 5 minutes after the news came out that they killed him. Now, somebody answer me this question. The only thing, I do have some, I'm not a conspiracy theory person, but I have to think that, because they killed him days before it was announced. Mm-hmm. And then when it was announced, it was what was it? Was it May 3rd?
Did they say that? Okay.
When it was announced.
Okay.
No, somebody said that the day that it was announced is the day that Hitler was found dead. Is that true? in 1940.
I don't know, because I think if that was true, it'd be on. People would be talking about that on the news.
Okay, it was May 1st.
Yeah.
That it was that.
And I found out what we found out on Sunday.
And I think it was
May
1945 that Hitler was announced dead. Because Hitler, we didn't kill Hitler. Hitler committed suicide.
Yeah, he shot himself.
And so we found him dead on the same day that we announced that Osama's dead.
Osama's dead, yeah.
And you cannot tell me that they didn't keep that body on ice. They didn't have that Osama's body in a cooler just for
Osama popsicle.
Yeah. Obama said on May 1st, Obama said, "Pop that shit." Hey, have me a beer and pull out Osama.
Yeah.
Now that was a political move. There. You cannot tell me that was not a political move.
So they said that, because I still haven't heard it, but they said they killed him before May 1st.
Oh yeah, no, he was dead before then. They had to do DNA tests on the body. They wanted to make sure that it was him, and then it was announced. And on May 1st, they popped the cooler.
Yeah. I guess they weren't going to spread that news while the royal wedding was going on. I'm sure everyone was glued to that set. I'm sure it's like, hey, I understand what you guys just did, but there's a wedding going on over here. Don't go fucking this moment.
They wait till after the wedding. They wait till after the wedding. They're like, God damn it. You know when they found Hitler? Oh shit, we got this shit in the box right here.
Right? Hey,
like,
wow.
Have me a beer right there. Not the one off of Osama's nuts right there. Give it the one that's on his nose.
Obama said everything's coming up Millhouse.
Yeah.
But
anybody who
do
does
find
not
that
think that was a political move, you fucking
you're
mistaken.
Foolish.
Come on now.
You're foolish. But
look, I ain't saying brother got to get his. All right, that's cool.
It was funny because when I heard it though, I saw a story because I was like, okay, for some reason I was like obsessed with. I was like, okay, where I want to see a picture of the body. I felt like I needed some closure, and I remember seeing a story where they actually were running this picture of Osama where it looked like he was shot in the head, but it was doctored. Because when I saw the pictures where it said the photo of Osama, and I was like,
hey, I already do
are
a
you
Photoshop pictures?
Yeah, I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, Ryan Quarterman fucking did this. I was like,
hey, you know what'd be funny? If they put out a picture where Osama had X's for eyes.
I know. I was like,
and like a perfect black hole on his head.
So when I saw that picture without reading the headline or anything, I was like, this is a goddamn government conspiracy.
we need to do somebody. Hey, you know what?
I'm speaking to Ryan out there. Yeah,
somebody make us a picture of Obama with X's for eyes and his tongue hanging out.
That's Osama. Not
Osama. I'm sorry.
Not the president.
No brothers niggas on. Yeah, somebody send me Osama. Let's get some proof. Send me
Ryan, we're talking to you.
Ryan, make us a picture. Ryan Corden, make us a picture of Osama bin Laden with X's for eyes and his tongue sticking out. Yeah, and put birds going around his eyes.
And you know,
put birds with Obama's head.
Yeah. And I bet you anything, the Afghan News is probably going to run that picture, because the thing is, the scary thing about that is that when I saw that Photoshop, you look at it and you're like, okay, that is a Photoshop like I've never seen before. It's a bad Photoshop. But they had that picture running on the news when they were saying, bin Laden is dead. They had that Photoshop picture on the newscast, and I'm just like, oh boy.
Somebody already Photoshopped
I know. It's like somebody who did that was like laughing their asses off right now.
Hey, man,
they're running that picture to the news.
And let me tell you something. Right after it happened, Negroes out there selling shirts.
Oh, yeah.
The ain't 24 hours. I saw a brother on the corner. Obama got Osama. Get your shirt right here. Obama got Osama.
Time to profit.
Osama got by Obama.
Brother need to get paid out here.
Oh, like, God looked at that like,
cold out in this bitch.
God damn, boy. I mean, it ain't been 24 hours. Like, when did you even have time to go and print this shit?
No. Those motherfuckers had those shirts 10 years ago. They didn't even know. They're like, I'm just going to take a guess. I think next president's going to be black.
It's going to happen sometime.
His name's going to be Osama.
Yeah.
What's our president's name again?
Brother out there barbecue.
Obama. Yeah.
Get your Obama shake right here. Man. Obama got Osama shake.
Wow. But
peanut butter and chocolate.
But you know what? Wow. Just in time. Presidential election's coming up. Just in time.
I'm telling you, look, this isn't me. Somebody said they should put Osama in Ghostbusters 3. Who said that shit? Leo, Lone Nico. That's a good one, man.
He'll be the next Slimer. Oh my God, it's terrible.
Jihad of slime.
I want to see a shot of Ghost Bin Laden fucking with hot dogs in his mouth like in the first Ghostbusters movie.
I think it'd be funny if they showed Osama. Yeah, a fucking bunch of fucking hummus in his mouth and shit.
Man, but that's crazy. But I did see the pictures of the room that they were in. It was all bloodied up. I'm like, damn.
Did really?
Oh no, they've had.
They shot that bitch up.
Yeah, they had those pictures running. Yeah, or the room that he was in where they killed him. But it's pretty crazy shit. But yeah, I know today there was debate on the radio about if the government should release the pictures. Right, we were talking about this earlier. But where I kind of feel like maybe they should. The actual body of Osama bin Laden, but I think for some people it could be closure. It could be like real solid closure.
I don't think that they should do
others,
that.
Well, which I understand.
Go ahead.
Yeah, which I understand your opinion. I understand, but I think to some people out there, like, you know, hearing is one thing, seeing it, and plus the other thing, I always think, you know, maybe you can shut the conspiracy theorist up as far as them thinking like, you know, because I think some conspiracy theorists are saying that they killed Obama years ago. I mean, not years, yeah, they killed him a few years ago, and he's been on ice, and some people are just thinking, well, maybe they got the wrong guy, you know, but the government's saying there's DNA tests, and, you know, I think it would help for some closure for some people to see a picture. I'm not saying they should broadcast the shit during the day. If they're going to do that, maybe run it late at night or even have a site that people go to, because I think regardless, if there are photos out there of bin Laden dead, they're going to leak at some point. They just are, you know.
Well, if they leak, they leak. But
yeah.
I'm on the opposite opinion of that. I don't think that they need to show him. He's dead. People, and having a picture out there is not going to shut conspiracy theorists up at all. It's going to create more conspiracy theories, and you know that, because people.
No, I know that.
They be going to say that's not him. That's a fake.
I know that.
They just put that out there for that.
Well, it's better than the picture that I saw. That I guess that didn't get as much publicity, only because I think the government had to come in and say, no, this picture that's on the internet right now is a fake. You know.
Yeah, there's so much misuse that can be done with a picture, and especially in the day of the internet, that if they don't need to show it, they don't need to show it. He's dead. Anybody who needs more closure than that is just looking for revenge or something. I mean, because they're just looking for
that
something
could be debated.
extreme. I mean, it's he's gone, and there's so much that putting a picture out there just be opening up a whole new can of worms. Things that we can't even see yet. Those pictures can be used for. News terrorist cells coming in, like, look at what they did to this body. I mean, I know it doesn't make sense, but
no,
they use it to their advantage.
They know he's dead. That alone is going to get people.
People would take it here, use it as jokes, and that would offend some other people, and people can create more conspiracy theories. It's just there's a whole lot more that would be open with that picture being out there.
Yeah.
The fact is, the man is dead. And if you don't believe it, you're not going to believe it. If you believe it, you're going to believe it. You don't need a picture to tell you that. I don't need a picture to tell me that.
Yeah, I think some people
should
do.
Leave that alone.
Yeah.
If some people want it, then that's fine. I mean, if the guy being dead is not good enough for you, I don't think a picture is going to even help you at this point. Because if somebody comes up and says that's not him, then how are you going to feel? I mean, it's just. It's
a double-edged sword.
Yeah, I just don't see any use in a picture being out there. If he's gone, he's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what more people really want.
I think people who are involved in 9/11 probably want a little bit more, which I can understand. They're upset, and some people just wanting to know that is this guy fucking gone.
But like I said, there's some people who are.
And I know there's other people on the other side of that coin that don't want to see that, and I completely I completely respect that. But that doesn't mean I'm going to shut out the people who do want to see something too. Because I can understand that.
I am going to be that guy that's going to shut those people out. I think it's a dangerous thing to put those pictures out there for many reasons, and they don't need it. and it's a good thing that they didn't. Now, if it leaks, it leaks. If you need a picture, I'm sorry. Like I said, if the guy being dead isn't good enough for you, then you just want way too much. I'm going to go off.
I can't agree with that.
I will say that wholeheartedly. If you cannot think, if your lust for knowing this man is dead goes to the point you need a picture that's not going to even be able to tell you if it's true or not. I mean, what is that picture going to do? Then, there's no satisfying you. But for the greater good of everybody else, that needs to happen. That picture does not need to be released, and I don't. And,
I mean, I know that. I think. What did you say that the government decided they're not going to release it? So.
No, and they said they're not going to release it, and for the reason that they said that they're not, I agree with that. I see exactly where they're coming from. I mean, first of all, there's more criticism to be had with releasing that picture. To release that picture is just sensationalism at its most basic level, right there. And for the most, like I said, it could be used to fuel more terrorist sex, and in the middle ground, it's just out there for people to abuse, create pictures, throw it around. I mean,
right.
it's a very gory picture too. There's no reason to release that to the public just based on the graphic nature of that picture alone. And I think that like again, I kind of feel bad saying that people, if you lost somebody in 9/11 and you need to see a picture, I hate to deny you, it seems selfish in denying you that, but I think it's kind of selfish to say, like, going against the greater good, that I need to see a picture of Osama bin Laden. Really, like I said, the guy's dead. What more do you need?
Some people need to see it. Some people need proof.
Yeah. Well, for those people, sorry, I don't want it out there, and I don't think it's gonna. If I wasn't thinking about, I
see the harm that it can do, but I can see like just setting some people's minds at ease
and somebody,
with that. But I mean, you can't. I mean, I don't think anybody. I don't think you can win this type of debate. There's no right answer for anybody because we just don't know, the range of emotions that are out there as far as, wanting to get some satisfaction that, this actually happened and, by just getting some proof about it. But I mean, I see what you're saying too. I mean, I don't even know really. Honestly, I can't give you an honest opinion how I strongly feel, even though I do know that I would understand somebody wanting some closure by seeing it. But at the other hand, I can see people being completely fine with not seeing it. But you also realize the implications of doing something like that, which could bring more harm than good. But I think as far as retaliation goes, that it possibly could happen. And I know a lot of people who have been talking about saying, if there is some kind of retaliation, there's a good chance it's not going to be on the level of 9/11. Saying that, it's kind of comforting, but it's still scary. It's still scary because you don't know what people are capable of.
Yeah, I don't mean to be insensitive, but I think that people who, I think you're asking too much at a certain point that's going against what's necessary. That's all. And I have to go with what makes sense to me, and it makes no sense to me to release that picture. No sense at all. It goes back to what I was saying about frisking that little girl in the airport. It makes greater sense to me to frisk a 6-year-old kid who could do anything from carrying a bomb to carrying drugs.
Which I don't agree. I don't agree with anybody frisking kids. Which that's actually coming to an end. I heard that they're passing a law to make sure that doesn't happen ever again.
I bet they're going to do something else, though. They'll probably do some other screening.
Well, they're talking about these X-ray machines that they're trying to get into airports, where it's almost like, okay, you ever seen Total Recall?
Yeah.
Where you see like the skeletal and everything like that.
I've always wanted those.
That would be fucking cool. I was like, I don't have any problem with those types of machines in the airport, but flight pilots are basically signing a petition. They don't want machines like that in the airport, only because, well, number one, they're worried about just the type of radiation that thing would emit, and the fact that you see like genitals and everything in that type of X-ray that they're not comfortable with. But a lot of pilots right now are debating. A friend was telling me about this the other day, where they're trying to decide if they should have these machines in airports, and pilots right now are completely opposed to it. As far as like why do you need this machine, and how much radiation is it going to emit? And plus, I'm flying this plane. I don't know. I'm worried. It's like what is this going to do to me? What are the effects?
I don't want any. Listen,
yeah.
there's and I can tell you for a fact there's too much going on. If they are talking about stopping it, they either have another screening thing happening, or another screening technique happening for children, or they're just saying this as a publicity spin. Because especially with what's happening now, ain't nobody getting by without some sort of search. People gonna search your bags. People gonna search kids. People gonna do all that kind of stuff. And with this thing about kids being searched and being touched and all this kind of stuff, kids go to doctors and get touched by doctors naked. So you know,
it's kind of different.
How's that different? Because the kid ain't got no clothes on.
Well, that's, I mean, a parent is there with their kid, and with the situation like what happened at the airport, it's a kid being accused of something. It's a kid being told by an adult that you obviously did something wrong, so we're going to pat you down and search you.
No, it's a kid being told that
wrong.
there are a lot of people that do bad things in the world, and they use children to do bad things.
I don't think a kid.
And that is why you're going through this, and the parents are there supervising.
They're not supervising. They're opposed to it. They don't want that shit happening.
The parents are standing there.
Yeah.
The parents.
But they're not happy about it. They're not happy about it. The kid is confused. The parents are like, "What the fuck are you doing to my child? Why are you patting this fucking kid down?"
I gotta tell you right now.
But
airline safety is nothing to play with. Don't care about the sensitivity of some parents who kids are not going to be scarred.
Regardless of all that, they're already passing a law in that. It's not going to happen ever again.
And I can tell you that they're going to do something else. Right now, and that law ain't even passed yet. That's probably a bill somebody presented as a way to like.
Well, everyone's. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think everyone's for it, and I don't think anybody really agreed with what happened to that kid. So.
Yeah. No.
But we'll see.
Yeah. No. We'll see. Yeah. No. There's somebody asked me about the burial too that happened. At sea with Osama, and there's a lot of people who are getting riled up who are saying that he was not treated with the respect that a Muslim should be should be treated when they are prepared for death.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, this motherfucker didn't care about anybody that he killed.
Yeah.
On the day that those atrocities were done, and we're gonna sit up here and like, the man is dead, and we're gonna worry about how we take care of that body. I think that they, giving him a burial at sea.
That was good enough treatment right there. I think they pampered him enough with that.
Yeah. No.
Who do they not realize this is like fucking wartime?
Shit.
And we're taking the time out to put that dude on a fucking cruise ship to go out and be buried at sea.
Weekend at Bernie's or something? We're supposed to keep the body alive until we get told what we want to do. Look, if it was me, I would have put him strapped into a fucking firecracker and blasted his ass off to the sky and had like Osama's dead up in written out in fucking sparklers up in the air.
To the moon.
Yeah. I mean, you're sitting up here telling me like, they didn't do the body. Man, fuck that body.
I know, and I'm just like, really? Who the fuck is...
Guess what? We got that body, okay?
Yeah, that's our body now.
That ain't your body. We got that motherfucker.
We killed him, and that body's for us to do what we want to.
I'm sorry. Had it not been someone who was plotting terrorist acts to continue doing terrorist acts and did one of the most notorious terrorist acts of our time, if this was a respectable Muslim or anybody of any religion, I would say, yes, out of respect, let's do what that religion requires of us to do with this body when they die. But when we got a fucking terrorist on our hands, that ain't your concern, okay? Don't you worry about that.
You ain't got no say in this. Sorry.
Shit, you know what?
Yeah.
I would have brought him to my house for 4th of July, barbecued his ass and ate him. I would have ate his ass with some sauce.
That'd be pretty, I'm sure he'd be nice and stringy, but
hell yeah.
I don't want anything to do with that.
Motherfucker, I would have put him on. I would have put his hand on some bread.
Barbecue that shit up.
Shit, I would have eating that motherfucker like it's nothing.
Put some Casey Masterpiece on throw the bones in the river.
Served his ass up on 4th of July, just so you know.
Some white bread.
Yeah. Put some potato salad.
Texas toast.
Texas toast and Texas tea. That fool. Hey, somebody said they did that picture already.
Of what? Oh, okay.
Of Osama bin Laden dead. Let me see if they actually. I don't know if they sent it. They said, "Hey, but who would you like to see be?" Here it is.
Uh
oh.
Is it worth me going over there?
I don't know yet. I haven't seen it.
All right.
They did this shit quick.
Let me see. Are you okay? Look, we wanted a picture of him looking dead, not like he's a
Drunk?
fifth, not like he's a fifth member of Kiss.
Yeah, he's standing up and everything.
Yeah.
Anybody got a picture of him laying down? They can do this with.
He looks like Kiss's new drummer.
Yeah, the only thing that's missing is he's not doing the devil signs.
Yeah, I know. He's sticking out his tongue. I guess it's Kiss's new bass player. He's replacing Gene Simmons, the demon.
Good try, though.
He
Good
is
try.
the demon. Yeah. Now I want somebody to take that picture and Photoshop the band Kiss playing in the background.
Now, that would be funny.
Yeah.
If somebody took that picture
Yeah,
and
no
actually put
shit.
Kiss behind it,
So, yeah.
or if they actually photoshopped his hand up doing the devil sign.
Yeah, somebody put a picture of that on CNN. There you go. I did see a picture of Osama bin Laden hanging out with Tupac. Somebody made so he's not dead. Conspiracy theorists, boy, I tell you.
What'd you say? Somebody put a picture of him with Tupac?
Him and Tupac were hanging out. Yeah.
Was Elvis and Biggie there?
Yeah. Yeah. They're just hanging out.
Oh my God.
Uh,
People, I got to give it to people. People just don't wait, do they?
Oh no.
People just don't. They just don't give
I
a fuck.
love it, man. I love. Somebody wrote in one of the comments. I can't remember what it was. In some news thing, it's like, isn't it amazing what? I think Cyrus put it up or something like where it's like, isn't it amazing what Americans can accomplish? What Americans can accomplish once fucking the PS3 network goes down. I was like, wow.
Boy, these fools are.
It's so
insane,
sad
man.
it could be true.
Hey, look at this. Ryan Quarterman did do a picture.
Oh shit, Ryan, full effect. He didn't waste no time. He just put 2 X's.
That's what I love about Ryan.
I know, real simple. Yeah.
Ryan just
Direct
he's
to the point.
He's just straightforward.
Yeah.
Get the job done.
Yeah, you don't mess with that trying to fucking blend colors and shit.
No. Hey man, you know what? Those fucking Navy SEALs though.
Mhm.
Navy
Were
SEALs
they Navy
6?
SEALs? Did they say it was Navy SEALs?
They were.
Okay.
Look, listen. Not only were they Navy SEALs,
Uh-huh.
but they're classified.
Oh no shit. Yeah, that's why I was like wondering if we'd ever get the news on what type of tactical team actually did the job.
It was the Navy SEAls. They are Navy SEAL Team 6 or Navy
Yeah.
SEAL 6.
Mm-hmm.
They are supposedly the hardest,
Mm-hmm.
most intelligent,
Mhm.
the best of the Navy SEALs.
The Top Guns.
So,
huh?
yeah, man, like
Yeah.
they're the closest things that we will have to a superhero.
Yeah, shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucking badass. And the thing is, I know that the girl who's doing, the girl who filmed The Hurt Locker, I can't remember her name right now, the director of that film, they're actually making a film. They're in the process of making a film about this same team, but the film was going to be based on the team trying to kill Bin Laden. But they failed. Where the ending of the film was going to be, it was going to be a failed mission type film. And I heard now they're retooling it. They're retooling the script to include everything that went down this past week
Well, I love
into
The
the
Hurt
movie. So
Locker.
I'm going to be looking forward to seeing that movie as much as everyone's like, how many of these movies does Hollywood want to make right now?
Yeah.
Based on this story, where it's a story that would have at least for this.
Well,
this
it'll be
particular
interesting
thing,
to see how they do that.
a
Because,
good ending. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they are truly supposedly the truly unsung heroes. Now I don't know if
Yeah.
their names are going to come out or not. But
No,
from,
hell no.
From what I understand,
They're not glory
okay,
hounds.
those guys. Well, they can't. They're classified.
Yeah,
They can't even. Well, from what I understand, and people feel free to correct me if I'm wrong because I really don't know a whole lot about this Navy SEALs team. But they go in, they get the job done. They say these guys have already gone back into the shadows.
Yeah.
Like they've done their job.
A ghost.
You will not hear their names.
Nope.
I mean, and for several reasons. I mean,
Oh,
why,
yeah.
why would they?
Yeah,
I mean,
why would you?
yeah,
Why
first of all,
would
that's
you want to?
endangering
Yeah, I
their
know,
families
that's crazy.
and everything else. But yeah, they really are super. Like they're the super spies, man.
Yeah, they are.
Like you see these movies where these guys go in and do something, and the next day they're drinking, celebrating, everybody's giving them parades and shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, these guys
No.
go back to like nothing ever happened.
Mm-hmm. Like the Delta Force with Chuck Norris.
Yeah, 'cause see, I was
no
saying
time
that
for
if
celebration. Time to
Shit.
go to the next mission.
I would
next
blow that
mission.
cover so quick because
Yeah.
I'd be at a bar trying to get laid that
No,
night.
yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would be shot by
Yeah.
my government. Like
Yeah.
then he won't shut up.
You make a whole website about what
Yeah.
you did.
Hey, ladies,
Like what I've done.
who wants to fuck the guy who shot Osama?
I know, yeah.
Right here.
Meanwhile, you get fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. Should I have a bullet in
the
my
worst
head before
way.
there was even over with?
Bullet in the ass and both balls.
Good job, Mr. Coleman.
Yeah,
now you must die.
Yeah.
Why'd you kill him? Because he was
No
going to talk
shit.
way too
No,
fucking
man,
much. That's
but
why.
I do like how it's interesting, like in this day and age of like video games, and just how everyone's hooked into video games. How like the footage of them like showing how they did this on a lot of networks looked like a video game when they were showing the reenactments of it, where I thought it was pretty amazing, where I'm like, wow, you know, this shit is going to be a video game at some point, you know?
Well, you know what they did?
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, and these guys, they are Jason Bourne, Jack Bauer, and James Bond.
Oh, yeah.
All
No
rolled
shit.
in one. With a little bit of the Terminator, I think.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Superman.
Yeah, they are.
Um,
The real Superman.
Yeah. Now, from what I understand, they had a mock-up of that compound. When they got intelligence from enough intelligence brought back about where Osama was
Yeah.
and about what his mansion was like, or his compound, or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
They built a mock-up of that,
Mhm.
and those guys spent weeks going through there,
Oh, yeah.
so that they knew. It was almost like knowing the house before they even got there. They
Mhm.
knew everything about that house before they even got there.
Oh, yeah.
And when they got in there, that's how they got in there, and it was a matter of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They went in, blew that motherfucker up,
Yeah,
shot him up, and they were out.
I'm sure it was like precision surgery. I mean, go in, go out. You know,
Yeah.
even though I heard we lost one of our helicopters,
Choppers,
one
yeah.
of our choppers.
But no human lives.
Nobody was in it, which was amazing. Yeah, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
I can only imagine those pilots going, let's get the fuck out of this bitch. They probably just rolled on the ground and started blowing shit away.
Yeah.
And fucking, yeah, it was nothing to them. They were like Terminators. Shit.
Boy, I think
But-
Chuck Norris was with them.
I can, probably so, yeah. Boy, you bet
And Tupac.
you're gonna be you're gonna be in a world of hurt. Fucking the fucking Chuck Norris is after
You know why they never found Tupac's killer?
Why?
Because it was SEAL Team 6 that did it.
Holy shit!
Yeah, they were in and out.
They had to get rid of this whole East Coast West Coast rivalry.
They were about to
They had
cause
take
a
them both
war
out,
that
yeah.
America could not handle, so they had
Yeah.
to get rid of Biggie and Tupac.
Who was the president at the time when those guys got killed?
Shit, wasn't it
what
Bush?
Maybe it was like, oh shit, these guys are gonna start fucking race wars.
Yeah,
They're gonna spark up some kind of shit. We gotta take them out.
Are we? Was it that far back that it was Clinton?
I was wondering. Yeah, I can't even remember when they were actually when they died, but yeah.
It might have been.
It might have been.
It might have
Maybe
been
it was
when Clinton, like
yeah.
near the end of Clinton's presidency.
Yeah.
It might have been that long ago.
Yeah.
Let me ask some
I
people.
think
Was
it
it
was.
Clinton? Oh, people
I think
already.
it- I
People
think-
already answering. It was Clinton.
I think it was Clinton.
Somebody
yeah.
said I did it.
I killed everybody, dog.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, boy, it was it was crazy, man. Yeah, they would not. I would fuck that mission up so bad. If I had killed Osama, I would have taken that body. Talking about eating it, I would have taken it. I would have been trying to get laid, eating body parts.
I can see you getting shot, and then you're still holding the trigger down, and then you get rid of half your team.
What the fuck, Corey?
No, goddammit! Take Corey down! Take him down! No!
I'll be the only one left.
Goddamn! Goddamn it, Gomer Pyle!
Yeah, boy, but you know what? It was.
Oh wow!
It was.
They did their fucking
job. It
job,
was a job
man.
well done,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, boy. I'm happy to hear that. I got something that is going to play so high that people can't even hear it.
Oh,
You know what that is?
what is that?
Rock!
Oh!
Rocky! You got time for one?
Yeah.
Rock!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Rock and roll, rock the roll, roll it over,
Roll the rock. Oh, damn. God, see, this is what I'm talking about. People are so quick.
Yeah.
Somebody already.
Oh no.
Look at these
Let me see.
pictures. Look at these pictures, man. Look at Anna Troy did this right. Somebody already got a dead Osama shirt. Hide and seek champion. My man Mark Suseka. And you know what I'm talking about?
Oh
Superman in
my
Mexico.
God, yeah.
Look at this shit.
Oh wow.
Somebody already got a picture
Oh,
of
my
Superman in
God.
Mexico, man.
They already did that.
They already did that. It's a damn shame. Boy, you guys are something else. You guys are something else,
Nice.
boy. These spilled people are something else.
They're awesome.
Woo, boy. All right. We got time to read one or two emails. I'm running
All right.
late. I'm supposed to be somewhere at 7:30.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go. But if I can find it, I can't find the page.
Oh, God damn.
Did I just get rid of the page?
Don't tell me your problem,
Fuck.
Squirt.
It's our problem now. Oh, my God. Here we go. Okay. Let me see. God damn you.
God damn.
Okay. Here we go.
Rock! Rock!
What are you looking at?
Rocking and rolling. Oh, no.
Okay.
Somebody's still asking about tickets.
Somebody's still asking about tickets?
Yes.
People, if you want to buy tickets, you will see them on this podcast
Yeah.
as soon as we post it. If you really want to buy now, you can go to the micro site that we have. It's on the main page on the left side. You might scroll down a little bit, but you have a link to the micro. Well, I don't know. You might not be able to buy it there. But if you go to our current posting of a couple of cold ones, you can buy tickets there. So tickets are available right now.
Yeah.
You will find them
I'm
on
gonna,
this podcast.
I'm gonna
when it
write
goes
this dude.
up.
Tell him
Yeah.
go to at least right now. Go to a couple of cold ones page.
And you're going
A
on
couple
the
of Cocos. Go to a couple of Cocos and click the link, motherfucker.
show.
God
Rhymes
damn.
with hat trick.
There you go. Yes.
Okay. This is from Rhymes with Hat Trick. He says, let's do this live question. He wants to know about
Yes.
James Bond. I've started to try and watch every James Bond film, starting with Dr. No,
God
all
damn.
the way to the Quantum of Solace.
Holy shit.
I know you guys aren't fans of this question. What is your favorite blank movie? So I'd like to ask you a topic I think you guys are so passionate about, music and women. Who was your favorite Bond girl, and what was your favorite Bond opening theme song? I haven't completed my marathon yet, but my answers are Sylvia Trench from the first two Bond films, and Nobody Does It Better. Better from The Spy Who Loved Me. My favorite today, and it's cheesy, but my favorite opening theme is Goldfinger.
Goldfinger.
Yeah. You know what my second is?
What?
A View to a Kill.
Oh, you stole my answer.
Duran.
God damn it. I was gonna say that's mine.
Yes, into the fire. A single kiss. Now it's in the fire. All you see.
It's a view to a kill.
Even though Diamonds Are Forever is a great one. I love
Yeah.
Diamonds Are Forever.
Diamonds are forever.
Yeah.
My favorite is Golden Eye.
I can tell you my least favorite,
Which one?
Madonna, Die Another Day.
Oh,
That
Die
that's a
Another
horrible
Day.
fucking song.
or Quantum of Solace. I have to say mine would be View to a Kill. That and Grace Jones.
Grace Jones,
My favorite Bond woman.
That's your favorite Bond woman?
Yeah.
Oh, Honor Blackman
Mhm.
is Pussy Galore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pussy Galore is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I always think about the bad ones before I think about the good ones. Holly Berry, she was in that last. What was it?
She was in Die Another Day, wasn't
Die
she?
Another Day. Yeah. Which they were really trying hard to do a spin-off off of that character.
And that
I'm
wasn't
like,
happening. They saw what she did with Catwoman, and they were like, fuck that.
Yeah, I know. But
Somebody said Live and Let Die. Oh, how can I forget Live and Let Die? That is that is my second favorite Bond song.
Live and Let Die.
Yeah, what's his name? Paul McCartney.
How did that? Oh, yeah.
Live and Let Die.
Live and let die. Ding, ding.
Yeah, how can I forget
that? I always thought Guns N' Roses made that song because I was never like the biggest James Bond fan, so I didn't see a lot of those movies. But yeah, I was like, hey, when the hell did Paul McCartney rip off Guns N' Roses? That ain't right. Live and let die. I love that. Though.
Yeah, no, I liked
Didn't the chick from Garbage? She did a James Bond
Did she do
song.
one?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
I just know Alicia Keys did one,
She did.
which I thought wasn't bad. She did one with what's his name from the White Stripes,
Oh, really? Okay.
Jack White,
Okay.
which I didn't think was a bad song. Some people criticize it. And Chris Cornell's song for Casino Royale.
Oh yeah, that was a cool song.
That
Yeah.
was a cool song. It wasn't, that song was not bad at all.
Casino Royale.
Yeah, no, I
That's how it went, right?
sure. Why not? I'll take it. I like it.
Yeah.
I think you should do
Yeah.
the next
What's
Casino
the
Royale.
What's the next one called?
Oh, I forgot what the next one is called, but they are making it.
They are making it.
Yeah, I think it has the working title of Bond 23, but
Oh, God.
it's gonna be something else, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I hope they change that.
Yeah.
Bond 23.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun, dun.
Let's see. We'll read one more.
Dance into the fire. I got that damn song in my head now.
I know.
Dun-dun. I always love the ending of that. The dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, man, you want to hear one from my friend Aaron Hesser?
Of Aaron, yeah, hell
yeah.
I love Aaron.
Love Aaron too, man.
cool, she's cool.
She's all right
Good
with me.
peeps.
She is good people.
Mhm.
She needs to quit giving handshakes and give hugs sometimes.
Damn.
With family here.
Yeah. How do you
said-
do? How do you do?
How do you do? How do you do?
She shakes your hand when you say.
Yeah.
How
Hi.
do you do?
I tell you, she's gonna make fun of me for making fun of her. Every time she meets you, like I've seen this girl like
She's a
about 3
handshaker.
times. She's a handshaker. But
Yeah.
it's not so much the handshaking that's so weird, but it's like
Uh-huh.
the fact like every time she shakes your hand, it's like the first time she's ever met you.
Oh yeah.
Good evening.
As long as does she bow? She's shaking your hand.
Curtsy.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I recently watched a horror documentary. Hey, this will be your question.
Okay.
Carlos. And it was speculated that the reason the slasher genre enjoyed the small resurgence in the 2000s was due to Osama bin Laden's effect on the generation. She says, my generation grew up with someone who came, attacked, then disappeared. With the threat that he could come back and attack again.
Wow.
someday.
Okay.
I've seen this comment before. It's a good, good
It's
insight, though.
interesting. Yeah. It's
So
interesting
since
to
the
think
current
about.
news, what kind of horror movie do you think will define the next generation of film goers? I think they'll finally kill Jason.
Yeah.
I think they'll finally say, we got him.
Yeah, I know. Get that closure. But yeah, which they've done that in every goddamn movie. I think we got him. Next movie. Ah, shit, he's back. How'd this happen? But no, that is interesting. I mean, that's the funny thing about those horror documentaries, though. Is like, boy, there are times when people will pull some crazy shit out of their ass to define the horror genre. And
Just to, like,
why,
yeah,
just yeah,
let it have some social
yeah,
relevance,
To have
yeah.
exactly to have social relevance, and I never thought about that, but that is interesting. But the thing is, I'm not a part of this new generation, so I can't really say, even though I'm about 4 years old in robot years, I can't really speak for them because I have no idea what teenagers in this day and age really think about slasher films. I mean, I know there's been a string of remakes that have sort of, I guess with the exception of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, has been somewhat successful, but like I think the Nightmare on Elm Street movie failed. I mean, the Friday the 13th didn't do as well as they were hoping.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what's on like teenagers today and how they perceive the whole slasher genre, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
You know, those, and somebody's right. Those movies failed because I thought that they were terrible. The remake of the slasher movies.
Mhm.
I think I don't know. Maybe we'll have movies where Osama bin Laden comes back as a zombie.
yeah, I'm sure.
I
Somebody will fucking do it. Yeah, yeah. They fucking in Return of the Living Dead 2. They had fucking
Instead of,
Michael Jackson as a zombie.
yeah, instead of slasher
Dancing
movies,
around.
we'll have bomber movies.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't kill with like machetes and hatchets and shit anymore. They kill with bombs.
Uh-huh.
But every time they blow themselves up, they keep coming back.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's funny though? Thinking about that though, it's like I thought movies like dealing with like Godzilla type creatures like Cloverfield, like seeing that, like I'm like, wow, are we gonna have to get to the point of like knocking down buildings to get like some kind of effect Not that I think it's a horrible idea, but as like is seeing something like that on screen, would that affect somebody the same way as far as like that the post 9/11 way of making movies these days? Like how far would cinema go? Because I have a friend who cannot watch Cloverfield because he was in New York when the towers went down. He was like real close to it, so he's like, dude, I've seen previews. I cannot watch that. It's like it fucks me up seeing that. And,
well, yeah, I can see
but,
that.
Yeah, which I understand. But
well, if I could,
yeah.
if I was going to seriously answer this question, because I'm joking around right
yeah,
now.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I don't think that we're going to see horror being decided upon where it goes by what we see happening with
the
terrorists
news.
in the news and with the death of Osama. I think it's money that's going to dictate the direction that horror goes right now.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be to better effect because what we're seeing right now is horror films returning to a more psychological state. And they return to a psychological state because, well, we see a lot of profit being returned from movies that don't cost that much to make. Insidious, which is a movie I hated, but you liked. You liked a lot. A lot of people do. That movie cost $1 million to make. That movie has made damn near $50 million now.
Fuck yeah.
Paranormal Activity and Paranormal Activity 2, movies that are done on the cheap, making millions. These are movies that don't rely on a lot of blood. No. Don't rely on a lot of slashers. Now we see the remakes of these movies that you just mentioned, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, things like that are coming back. People, they remember the original, and that's what I was talking about. That's what I was trying to tell people with Friday the 13th when it came out. I was like, yeah, because I was being made fun of saying, well, it's a guy who goes around cutting people up with a hatchet and a hockey mask. It's not that deep, so why not remake it?
Right.
I was like, no, it's deeper than what you think because those original movies, even though they're not very good, even though they were cheap, even though they're movies that aren't like the epitome of fine filmmaking, they do have a history.
Yeah, no,
and they do have a cultural relevance behind them.
Yeah.
Say what you will about the cheapness of it, but showing Jason finding his mask in a remake is not the same as the organic feeling of him finding his mask when we didn't even know that mask is going to be a trademark.
Because we already, I mean, that's the thing. It's like we've already seen it. We've seen it more than once. And the thing is, that whole series, all those series, they've created a mythology as they went along. And it's like trying to capture that in a movie just isn't going to work. I mean, because it's going to feel rushed, which a lot of those movies feel like they're just rushing to have those scenes in place. But they don't even go out of their way to make it iconic or even memorable. I mean, the greatest example is Friday the 13th of him finding his mask and the second Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie they did after the first remake, where he just finds his chainsaw like just sitting around. He just picks it up. I'm like, okay, well, you just fucked that up. I mean, but why do you even need to show that? Really,
these movies have a cultural relevance. You said a mythology, they do, and don't blow them off as movies that are just slasher films.
I mean, exactly. When you just don't give a shit, you're just gonna they'll be fine with us just having him pick up a chainsaw and go do his thing.
They had an impact on a generation. They had an impact on a culture that is not going to be repeated in a remake. That's why I hate those remakes because they cheapen them.
I can't stand them, and I call them slasher films for dummies. I mean, I really do.
They know what people want to see. Hey, say what you will about Saw, okay? But Saw created a franchise just like they did with Friday the 13th. Those movies weren't that good, but they created a franchise for its time. Saw, say what you will, Saw has created an original franchise for its generation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the Saw films, but I respect what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to respect what it is.
That is something new that we have, and those movies don't cost a lot to make.
Yeah, and when I say those movies, those remakes are, slasher films for dummies, I put that in the context of those books where you can just flip through, like Computers for Dummies. You just kind of flip through it. That's how those movies are to me. They summarize what those characters are in such a short amount of time, where they try to cram so much in that it's completely uninteresting, and they retread over the same shit that you've seen in those movies time and time again.
It doesn't feel
it's
genuine.
Sad. It's not genuine, and it doesn't do anything to make those characters even interesting at all.
Yeah, no, it's just sad to see, and I think that now, regardless of what you think about the Paranormal Activity movies and the Saw movies and the like Insidious. You know, say what you will about taking Saw out of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
I for one am glad to see a return to more psychological humor.
Mm-hmm.
I might not be crazy about these movies,
Horror,
but hey, I do like that we're doing more with less.
Yeah, and the thing is, in itself, it's his own genre now, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah. I have fun watching those Paranormal Activities, those first person camera, type films. I enjoy watching those, and sometimes they actually work.
Now, and maybe I can't predict, Aaron, what social impact of what's happening now is going to have on the movies. I mean, it's because of consumerism and racism and those things that influenced George Romero to create a whole new genre of horror, a whole new genre of creature, a whole new type of movie monster.
And he's kind of made that marketable now these days to where people will take that template and use it just to, and sometimes it's misused a lot, sometimes. But I mean, I think you don't know until like years later how these events are going to reflect on movies that are going to come out, especially after right now with Osama being dead. I don't know what kind of movies they're going to go and make, but it depends on what the public wants to take in and what they consider works.
I could see, I could see this having more of an effect on science fiction than it does horror, because I could see something like terrorism. I mean, you and I have debated back and forth on when it's too much, when it's too little.
Yeah.
But I think one thing that you and I can agree on is like the heightened security has had an effect on how people perceive their privacy and how much and how intrusive the government might be. And so I think that would be more of a science fiction influence. Like we get into like that, this, I guess the future of Big Brother. A dystopian 1984 type setting.
And that way of thinking, it's always been around. I mean, you look at the books. I mean,
and that's true. That's always been around.
Yeah,
So there you go.
Brave New World, Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah, all that good shit.
All that good reading shit.
All right, people. We're sorry. I am absolutely.
Yeah, you got to go.
I've got to get out of here now.
All right.
I am officially not where am I supposed to be. But
shit happens, man.
Nah, but it happens. Hey, we had a show to do.
Yeah, that's right.
I always love doing these shows.
Goddamn right. I love being here doing them for my peeps out there. Yes. I love the people that come here and listen to shit live. And I love the people that get to listen to it during the week.
Yes.
And
Kurt November 24th or something. Happy birthday to your mother. All right.
Yes.
There you go. No, you like doing this show, right?
I fucking love it. I live for this fucking show. You kidding me?
Just like to hear you say that.
It's the only time I get to fucking speak my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Which
people.
when I say sometimes I worry about that freedom of speech. It's like I don't mind when it's my freedom of speech. As far as everyone else, I care less. But
yeah, we can say we want to say you. I don't like what you're saying.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up.
But us, yes. All right, we are done. We had a great time, a great show. Went longer than we thought we would. It's pretty much a 3-hour show.
Yeah,
pretty much a full show right here.
Clocked in about 3 hours.
Yeah, a little bit under 3 hours. So. Good to talk to you people.
Yeah.
Always good to see you. Spill.com 2011 coming up. You can buy tickets here on the site or on this particular podcast. More information coming up. Give me some suggestions for music if you like. Like I said, I got some. We might get Cool Keith.
I got a suggestion.
Ooh.
Me, Goldfinger. James Bond running amok.
Live and let die.
Obama has plenty of luck. Osama is dumbstruck. Goldfinger!
Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper!